In this week's episode, it's Pixar Pier time. Wait, again? That's right. This time it was Anthony's turn as he got to experience all the Pixar Pier amenities for free and with no lines thanks to the Disney Parks blog. He even got a hat. Find out tidbits about the creative ideas and inspirations the Imagineers used in the design process. We've got another hashtag Fat Time in the Parks, with even more eats from fried chicken to red-hot churros. Also, Toy Story Land opens, Pixar Pals Dance Party, Sully Buckets, and more on this elevated episode of the MousePIRE Podcast.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Diggs.
I'm Tim.
I'm Dan.
Welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Disney, Star Wars, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MousePIRE Podcast.
Hey, what's going on? Uh-oh.
The apprentice lives.
What is this?
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Think of me how to show up.
You never had a friend like me.
Some imagination, huh?
Made you look.
Like in
Third grade.
pre-2000.
Yeah, when it was hot.
What happened in pre-2000?
I watched wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pre-2000. Disneyland opened in pre-2000.
Yeah, they did. It was oh, hey, guys, we are back, and we are somewhat better than ever.
We're started.
Yes,
Yay!
we started.
We didn't even know what we were talking about.
No.
It was just the show was going.
Somewhat better than ever.
I think it's better than saying hello and happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
We knew that was happening.
It was my dad's birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Dad. He
happy
doesn't listen.
birthday.
Happy birthday anyway.
So, yeah,
Wow.
we are here, and, Dan the mailman's back.
That's right.
He is done with his bathroom problems.
Yes.
You had...
Oh, Tim was late. I was going to ask him if he had toilet problems today.
No, I was at a funeral today.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah. Has
Are you
anybody,
sure?
Have you guys ever...
Because you can't spell funeral without F-U-N.
Yeah, well... Has anybody else been to a Jewish funeral?
No,
before?
no.
It was a whole experience. There
Really?
was, screaming and
Is that
crying.
because there was a hole
and,
there?
There was a hole.
Sorry.
Too soon for any funeral.
So you know when you go to a funeral and then you do the shovel of the dirt,
Yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
At the Jewish funeral, the people at the funeral shovel all the dirt into the thing.
Oh,
it's like
the whole
a
pile?
the entire pile.
Oh, no wonder you were gone so long.
Yeah. No, I mean the whole process
6
took
foot
like
hole.
an hour and a half for them to
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
and it was just person after person, and then once everybody had done it, like 3 or 4 guys finished the rest
to
of
be
it.
honest,
but they
I
were
don't
people
even
at
know none of this shovel you're talking about. I've always been to the few funerals I've been to.
or in churches.
No, you go over and you grab a handful of dirt and you just drop it in.
Right.
I
I've
guess
been in
that's
both ways.
possible.
Sometimes it's been the handful. Sometimes it's been you can do a shovelful.
Yeah, well, at the
To do the whole
Jewish
thing is
funeral,
quite unheard of.
what they do is they say that you're supposed to do like 3 or 4, and the first one is the shovel's upside down, so it doesn't really shovel much, but it's like representative that it's supposed to point down, and then after that you do 3 more or something. It was interesting. They didn't need any of their workers to do any of the work after, like the people all like they were even scraping it over like to put the last of it in.
Wow, that's wow, different.
Yeah, it was an interesting situation. So yeah, the funeral. I mean, it went on for like a really long time. There was all this.
Sadness?
Well, there's definitely some sadness. My friend Avi, his mom and his 2 sisters were there, and they were at points kind of inconsolable. But it was there's other things going on, and they were loudly crying. It was sad, but the things that were fascinating to me were the ritual aspects of the Jewish funeral.
Cool.
That's what was, interesting to see. But man, a lot of people. There's probably 200 people.
Dang.
Wow, more than when they got married.
He wasn't married.
Oh.
His family said that they were. What did his sister say? That she was
Confirmed bachelor?
He's he owned a lighting company and was into a party guy basically. Went to Burning Man every year and constantly at festivals, and he essentially chose that life instead of having family and children and so on. And his family was angry at him for it, but at the same time was happy that he did something that he loved. Definitely a happy guy.
Speaking of funerals,
Anthony said it was a little sadness. And I'm sure your feelings are all inside out. Oh, Pixar! There you go.
What? Oh, right.
That was a transition.
Yeah.
Well, the transition here is that I think I should go see a cardiologist because this guy was only like a month older than I am. So just in case, make sure that my ticker's working.
Time for fat time in the park.
Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of
chocolate cookie.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute. But
you're right.
Speaking of cardiologists, I do have one. And my ticker is awesome.
Yeah.
He said it's fine, it's working great, and I feel good when I heard that.
Your stock's gone up.
Another friend of mine named Billy was just given one of his best friends was just given a clean bill of health from a cardiologist with Kaiser, and then died of a heart attack a week later.
Thanks for ruining my parade, dude.
I have Kaiser. Yeah, that's not.
That doesn't sound good. I told him sounds like a lawsuit.
All right, so we're going to move on with some nom-noms over here because Anthony's over here is getting fat.
Yeah, what are you eating?
Anthony,
No. What did you eat? Because it's
Did
gone.
you just eat?
As he wipes his mouth.
Literally.
That was chocolate.
And?
E.
Carbs?
Oh, I wasn't going to describe everything that was in it.
Well, no, but like, what did you eat?
I had a Nom Noms.
What's a
Is that
Nom
right?
Noms?
Isn't that what it's called? Well,
Where did you get a Nom Noms?
Well, if nobody listened to last week's episode, then I don't know what
No one
to do for
did.
anybody.
No one did. Just treat them like they're all dumb.
Okay, so treat them all like you.
Yeah. Look, I'm here. I'm alert. I'm paying attention. What else do you want from me?
For now.
All this is true.
I don't know, but
Last week I didn't get a chance to listen to that part of the show yet, but
the part where you were
could
sleeping?
you hear the part where like my head hit the microphone during the show?
Let me just say real quick.
Wait,
there
that's
was
not
a-
the first
no,
time
but
that's
there was
happened.
a,
What do you mean?
I was beat.
That isn't the first time that's happened.
No, but you did end up on Snapchat.
Yes, you did. You
Last
were
week,
on
Dan-
Snappies.
Dan wasn't here, but my aunt had died last week, and I had spent basically the whole day with family and emotional during the hospital.
yeah.
I don't know why everyone's dying. It's not cool, but she had a long battle with cancer and stuff. But it was a draining day, and I drove straight from Burbank to here. And I, even though it's not the first time it's happened, that's my excuse for last week.
I'll give you that one. But I know I have for a fact asked him, like, what was that sound I heard after Tim was talking?
Oh, right.
He's like, that's when he fell asleep and headbutted the microphone. Yeah.
Real quick, last week we were doing our social medias, and Tim was sleeping.
I was out cold.
So
somebody gave it for him.
During that part on YouTube, Tim the Tech went and added some Z's over Tim's name Z.
That's funny.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
It was really cool. So anyway, Anthony went to the Disney Parks blog meetup for the Pixar Pier.
Who'd you meet up with?
He met up with the Disney Parks blog.
Yeah, but like anyone we know.
Well, Jeff was there because
Jeff's
How
everywhere.
do you think Jeff scored into that? Do you think that he signed up right at the perfect time, or did he
I don't
grease
know.
some feathers, or as they say?
I don't know anything about greased feathers, but I mean, hey, all you need to do is just have your notifications on, and you can get in. I mean, it's
Gotcha.
not that difficult.
I will say
On
that
the Twitter.
I ran
On
into
Twitter.
Jeff at the Funko Pop release during that period, during the Tiki Room 55th, and mentioned to him that we wanted him to come on the podcast, and he kind of said, tell me when and where. What's the address, what's the time, what's the date, and I'll be there.
Gotta watch
but
out.
he wants
you can't miss this park time either.
Unlike how I started to come, which was when I was just angry about something, and I was like, I'm going to finally take the invitation that's been extended. You'd been telling me for 6 months or a year, come on the podcast.
Well,
Jeff,
the point is that you're just going to have to tell Jeff, hey, just show up this address at this time. And
Jeff
then,
wants an official be here.
Well, then do it.
Which is
It's your friend.
it's his friend.
Not that we record
We all
Tuesdays.
know the guy. Come on.
Are we passing him around as he's your friend? I know he's your friend. Anyway, the meetup.
Hey, so I just want to say real
Well,
fast.
how did this meetup
that,
come to be? That's what I'm wondering.
I got a notification on the Twitters
That Disney parks?
that because I have notifications turned on for Disney Parks blog
Okay.
because of things like this.
I thought you were going to quit Twitter.
What? I didn't say I was quitting Twitter.
Yeah, that's what you said after your Star Wars rant.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
I forgot what I was saying.
You notification on the Twitter.
Yes, turn your notifications on. If you have Twitter, turn the notification on for specifically for the Disney Parks blog. If you do not want to miss these little meetups and stuff, this is not the first one I have been to. The last one I was actually just last year for the Mater's Halloween meetup, Parks blog meetup, where we got some free food there.
A shirt that doesn't fit anybody?
Yes, and the shirt that nobody wants.
No. Let's get that straight. Doesn't fit anybody.
I have two different sizes.
What size was it?
The medium was not going to work.
I don't remember.
One's a
I've
large.
tried giving them away, and nobody has one, and nobody wants to win our prizes, our fabulous prizes.
I can give it away for you.
So, yeah, this one is pretty much blew that out of the water.
You mean
But
as far as quality of the event?
As
or-
far as quality of the event, we easily got. Just this stuff right here. How much do you think that stuff's worth?
Well, the hat's worth $17.95, and they would probably sell that for the print or whatever it is. They'd probably sell that for either $19.99 or $29.99.
Yeah, I was thinking like $30.
And the lanyard is $12.95.
It's matted.
$11 or $12.95.
Who would sell that?
Oh, if they sold it in the park, it'd go for about $30.
Yeah, it'd be about $30.
I'd expect to look at that.
That's
and be
for a
like, it's about
generic
$30.
one. This one specifically, it's dated and everything.
Oh, maybe. I mean, the 11 by 7, the other larger prints that they do are $39.99. So I don't think it could be more than. I don't think a smaller one will be more than.
This
30.
is concept art. So either way, if you count that, on top of all the food, easily well over $50 worth of free merchandise.
Well, that's 50 right there.
What?
Just
the hat and
those
the
two.
print.
Oh, okay.
Plus
Well,
the lanyard
easily
is 60.
then
How much
almost
food did you get?
easily another probably $50 worth of for $40 worth of food.
So you got. I'm just going to go over the possibilities. You got the chicken.
Yes.
You got the nom noms.
Yes.
Did you get the angry dog?
Yes.
And what else?
I'm
Was
already
there
full.
anything else?
Ice
Because I'm
cream.
already full. Ice cream. Okay. Oh, the churro.
The churro.
Did you try the
churro.
hot churro?
Settle down?
Okay,
We'll
I'm
get there.
that's what I want
Simmer
to know
down now.
about.
Simmer down.
We're just trying to figure out costs.
Yeah. So the churros 5, the chicken's 9.
We don't math on this.
Call it-
stuff.
we'll call it
$9.99,
10.
10.
So that's 15.
$7.99 for the hot dog for the angry dog.
Okay, so that's 23. Well,
Yeah, he's
now
doing that.
I'm doing math. It's a personal thing.
And it's right.
And the
Churro.
nom nom's another 5. I already added the churro. The nom nom's another 5. That's 28. Let's call it $30 bucks. You probably got a
what?
drink, right?
Nom is 6.
Did you get a drink?
6,
Oh,
yes.
6. So that's 29.
A drink.
Oh, that's another 4 is 33.
That weird ice cream from
How much was-
Adorable Snowman.
How much was that?
I don't know. How much is
Or
that?
how much
the
was
one
the
you
ice
got.
cream?
The one with the lemon and the blue stuff.
Yeah, I
in
don't
it.
know.
Another $5-6 probably.
Right.
So call it 5 is another 30. That's 30,
Right.
38. So we'll call it about $40 in food.
Yeah.
My head's hurting.
Just from the math.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm full.
yeah. Dan and I are full, and he's got a headache from the math.
And then count in basically the equivalent of having a max pass because we just walked on rides.
Right. Okay. So that's another 10. So basically, at that point, you're talking.
If anything, we just walked.
Did you get the backpack too?
No, we didn't
The
get
drawstring bag?
No,
No?
that was only.
What
Uh,
did this come in?
Nothing. They just they gave us this when we got our ticket, and then they gave us that on the way out.
Oh, okay.
And then after the panel that we had, we got the badge to get onto Pixar Pier. So let me just go over what happened. Oh, first of all, I just want to say, and we'll kind of go over the differences and everything by the end. But to all those people that spent what was
$300.
$299.
Should turn him down first next time. He's coughing up nom nom.
Thank call 911.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Coughing up nom nom.
I'm going to say right now that basically the people who went to the $300 event, the only thing that they got
Different was the bag.
that anybody cares about,
I'm just saying what the
the only
difference
thing
is.
that anybody cares about The plush.
And the plush was
one of about 5 or 6 different plushes that they were giving out. There was easily a Wally, an Eevee. There was a Buck. What?
Buck Rogers.
No, Buckeye or no?
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
How do you not know that?
The other robot. What was the other robot?
I don't know that robot's name, but
Okay.
the robot that was controlling the ship and Wally.
They had a plush of that. All of them had different. But basically, I'll show you what the others got later because I found them on eBay.
Gotcha.
But they all got the same food items. So, I mean, I didn't pay $300. And I guarantee, I don't know. I mean, do we ever get an idea of how many people showed up to the $300 thing?
No.
Because now that we know that there was also a Club 33 event mixed in with those people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I found in the process of looking for what everybody got from the first Pixar, the $300 event.
Yeah.
I also found lanyards that were specifically for Club 33 event that was mixed in with the $300 people.
I wonder why it could have been mixed in.
I don't know. Probably just because they probably didn't mix them in with the press event.
No, I was just thinking get more people there.
Yeah. Oh, right. So, I mean, the Disney Parks blog event was 150 tickets, and then each person was allowed 2 people. So basically, you're looking at 300
people.
300 people.
Yeah.
So unless they had 300 more people, more than 300 people at the $300 event, then that means that I had even less lines. But we walked right on Midway Mania, which is unheard of, obviously.
Yeah.
Any other time. So let me go through the night. We got there. It was basically a mix-in at the beginning, where we just kind of walked around. They did have reserved seating specifically for the people who were at the Parks Blog event. Right in front of, they had reserved seating for Paint the Night over
Where's
across
that
from Little Mermaid.
Oh, okay.
But don't make fun of me, but I was lazy and I didn't want to walk all the way over there and then have to walk back and then walk over there again.
Wait, okay, because
So-
I heard about that they had the panel in stage 17.
Panel. They had a thing where you went and watched the Pixar shorts, and then they had the panel.
Okay.
So you would have had to walk all the way over to watch Paint the Night by Little Mermaid. Then you had to come all the way back to the Sunset Showcase and the stage 17, and then go back to Pixar Pier after. I didn't want to have to walk back and forth, so I didn't care about. I just found a place right on Buena Vista Street and watched Paint the Night perfectly fine, because all I only really wanted to see was the new float.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was no reason for me to walk all the way over there. Buena Vista Street was not that crowded, and we just stood right there by a vendor cart on the back wall and watched it. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I liked the new float. But and since all those people had to come all the way over there, we were literally the first people into Sunset Showcase, and I got to see some lava.
Yay!
Because they showed us lava for the birds and Piper, which I don't know if that's what's playing in there right now.
No, right now is a preview, but that was playing before.
Oh, right, that's what was playing there before. Okay,
Right.
so yeah, that's right. The preview's in there right now. So apparently they changed the disc just for us.
That's
So
cool.
the very first thing that you did upon entering was watch the preview.
The first thing I did upon entering was go get DuckTales Sipper.
there's
It was either that or pee.
What's the sipper?
The one that we've
The
been
one that
talking
Diggs
about,
did.
the one we've talked about on the podcast that he already got, and
One at Smoke Jumpers.
the one at Smoke Jumpers Grill.
Okay.
So yeah, we went and got the Sipper, but then we went over and we were just kind of hanging out. We watched the parade, and then we went to Sunset Showcase. They changed the disc for us. It was kind of cool seeing those in 3D, since obviously I had never seen Piper. I had never seen For the Birds in the theater, so I had not seen it in 3D, I don't think. I don't remember what that was with. I might have seen it in the theater. And of course, I hadn't seen Lava in 3D except for the one time I saw it in the theater. So that was cool seeing that again, and I think I had something in my eye.
I don't remember which one Piper is.
The bird.
Piper's,
On the
the
beach.
little bird on
Oh.
the beach. I think it was.
Dory. I think it was Dory.
Was Dory in 2016, or was that
Yeah.
last year?
I think it was
No.
2016.
It was 2016.
Yeah.
So
That's the one I saw
it was
that-
a Dory then.
I saw that in a preview in Mystic because stupid popcorn. But anyway.
And so we saw that, and then as soon as we got out of that, they directed us basically right into stage 17, and we sat down, and they had there was a panel for the inspiration and behind the scenes of Pixar Pier, and there was just a few things I just want to kind of highlight on that. They had 3 Imagineers. One was the guy who was the overall head of the whole entire Pixar Pier project.
Did you get his name?
No, I did not get
You
anybody's
should have,
name.
so we could send him hate mail. I'm just kidding.
I didn't get anybody's
No, I thought that guy was just trying to make a name for himself.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Pixar Pier. So
He painted a ride.
Well, the fact that they didn't even finish the first in the first year, all at once.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a very good
That's
name.
That's not a very good name.
That's
for
not a
yourself.
way to make a name.
You
for
want to know
yourself.
the name of the guy that's redoing my bathroom?
I do actually. I heard he has a pretty decent podcast, but they need to work on the sound.
Oh, yeah. Touche.
So, yeah, they had 3 Imagineers.
I mean, can you even call what they did to Pixar Pier Imagineering?
I don't know if you could call what they did to Pirates Imagineering.
Well, yeah, some guy
I
had
don't
to have
think
the
you
foresight
can.
to say we got to paint this red. So
I guess.
So, like I said, they had the Imagineer. He was the overall in charge of the whole Pixar Pier project, and then they had another woman. She was the one who was in charge of all of the neighborhoods, basically everything except for Incredicoaster. And then there was another woman, and she was specifically in charge of Incredicoaster. So one person was in charge of Incredicoaster, and then the other woman, she was in charge of basically everything else, and then the one guy was overseeing all of it. And they had all 3 of them there. They talked about the inspiration for the Lamplight Lounge was actually the Nomads Lounge in Florida. Do you know that, Tim?
Oh, I don't think I've been there.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, that was the inspiration for Lamplight Lounge. There's actually a whole story behind it where actually the Lamplight Lounge is supposed to be a place where like Pixar animators go and hang out, and their inspiration for what they're doing is actually the Nomad Lounge. So it's like the Lamplight Lounge is the inspiration from the Nomad Lounge, which is an inspiration of something else. It's kind of like a whole process that they came up with.
not very original.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been inside of Lamplight, but I guess if
Diggs
you
and I went inside.
If you go inside, I guess there's a lot of stuff that has to do with Pixar that if you don't know what you're looking at, like I guess they were talking about how a whole process of if you were an army man, how would you walk around? And it's the whole thing. And I guess there's like feet or something up on the wall with like on a board or shoes on a board or something where they actually to get that whole idea of how would you walk around with your feet like an army man.
Is that like
where they got
from the
like
movie?
basically
Like when they were animating the movie?
right.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that actually. Not that at the lounge.
Right. But stuff like that is what is supposedly supposed to be on the walls in Lamplight Lounge. Is stuff that was they used as inspiration for doing certain things with Pixar. Now, Incredibles Park, the actual building is not only obviously inspired by their new house in Incredibles 2, but it's also inspired by a bowling alley in Phoenix. This is a picture of the bowling alley in Phoenix, and it was very interesting because Rebecca...
Oh, yeah, it's got that...
That is super
Rebecca
cool.
told me that she's actually been to this bowling alley.
So when she recognized it, when
she
she
recognized
saw
it immediately, and it's like, oh, I went there at one of my birthdays.
It has that mid-century
Right.
modern kind of look.
So totally the inspiration for the main building of the Incredibles ride, the Incredicoaster, is between the actual Par house from Incredibles 2 and then this bowling alley in Phoenix.
That's really cool.
Just because of the stylistic of it.
I like that group.
What was their hit?
I don't remember.
So then they started talking about a lot of the inspirations for the pier itself, where it was one of the biggest inspirations was Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
I
And
love that
that's,
place.
where they just went over there and they were like, wow, this place has so much freaking color. And that's why there's so much color and things. And they actually were looking at, they actually went back and looked at photographs of like the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk back in like the 50s and even going back to like the turn of the century. And a lot of the newer architecture, like on the entrance to Pixar Pier, and then on Knickknacks where it has the bulbs, that all comes from Santa Cruz. And the old days, they used to have the big bulbs
Welcome to July.
and stuff on top of the buildings as part of the architecture. But yeah, all of the color and stuff comes from that. And also, I guess they were showing video that Santa Cruz used to have they have a skyway, and there was pictures from the skyway, and when you're in the skyway, you could see bright colored umbrellas, and one of the things that unless you go up in the pal around, unless you go up in that, you don't realize that all of the umbrellas now on Pixar Pier they're all the Luxo balls. The Luxo balls,
which I thought was one of the coolest things because when you're coming down that from the Lamplight Lounge and you're kind of coming down the ramp, it is a kind of a ramp, right? You can see them because you're above, and it's like, oh, there's Luxo balls everywhere.
Yeah, I
it's
actually
super
took a picture
cool.
of the umbrellas.
Yeah, it looked really. I mean, umbrellas have been something that, in my opinion, just kind of get in the way in a lot of pictures from. At Disneyland, at least, they don't close them when the nighttime comes around. Fantasmic, when they used to have the smoking section, they don't lower them when the lights, when the sun goes down. So they're like in the way when you're trying to watch the show. Same thing with the fireworks; they get in the way a lot. But these are just super cool in general.
Yeah. So, anyways, they talked about obviously, like I said, Santa Cruz, but then they also talked about Monterey itself. And a lot of Cannery Row, and some of the buildings, especially the architecture and the highlights on the Lamplight Lounge itself, are copies of like the brick and weathered wood looks of Cannery Row.
At least they're theming off stuff that's in California,
right?
Most of it, except the Incredicoaster.
That was one of the whole things that they were specific about was that. There's no reason for them to go away from the California aesthetic because Pixar's from California.
Yeah, that's true.
Pixar's in Emeryville. Pixar is California, so there's no reason for them to go away from the California aesthetic. Yeah, despite the fact that they're using a Arizona bowling alley as an inspiration, but there's still the California aesthetic is there because you still have a lot of that Frank Lloyd Wright and that kind of.
I'm trying to figure out how next year's college trip I can go to Santa Cruz and check out the boardwalk.
Now, do you remember when Paradise Pier first opened? They also talked a lot about the Santa Cruz boardwalk.
Yeah, isn't that what it was? That based on that or the Santa Monica one?
Well,
it was more Santa Monica.
I think it was the main inspiration was supposed to be, I thought, was Santa Cruz, but it was also kind of a conglomerate. Did they talk about that at all? No,
I mean there was some before and afters, and it seems much more bright.
It is brighter
and everything where. I don't see how they could have used Santa Cruz if Santa Cruz is known for being bright colors and everything, and now it's themed Santa Cruz. I don't know what they were using as the theming before. Then it must have been using more early, maybe turn of the century.
I always thought that Paradise Pier was bright in the beginning as well.
Well, bright was in lights and stuff, but I mean, I don't know as far as
fireworks in the background,
the colors in the buildings and everything, because then they also. Showed how they actually brought out the front of the facades when you get over there to like where the band is.
Oh, okay.
And by Bing Bong's is that they actually brought the facade of the front of the building out about 20 feet. I don't know if you can tell that it's further out.
The facade of which building?
Where all of the carnival games are and where the band is.
They brought it forward to create less space in the area.
No, not to create less space, so they could add so they could build a better front because the whole front has been redone.
Interesting.
And it's all completely original. You can't even really see what the original fronts on those buildings were. And same with Bing Bong. Because they said that those buildings, while those buildings used to be one store with multiple entrances, they were still kind of spread out. Now they built on a new facade to the front to make it look like it's more one building rather than separate buildings just connected.
Interesting.
Let's see. They talked about Jesse's Critter Carousel. The animals are all basically based on that are going to be the carousel horses are all going to be based off of the animals that you see in the Woody's Roundup.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's
cartoon.
Yeah,
we saw on the wall that blocks it off. It says something about Al's Toy Barn, if you remember correctly. It says something about said something about Al's Toy Barn on the outside.
Yeah,
I
because
haven't been there yet.
it's being delivered by.
Oh, it's being delivered by the Toy Barn. Oh, you've got it right there. Coming 2019. Al's Toy Barn pre-order. 1 carousel.
Because it's like a toy.
Yeah. No. I just wondered how it fit into the theme. That was cool.
But they showed concept art. This is the original concept art of the carousel horses. Like I said, they said all of them were out of. I don't know what that sequence is that they're referring to. I mean, you guys know better than I do, probably. The Woody's Roundup sequence.
I have to go
can't
back and look at
remember.
it.
I don't know even know what is that
Dan
from
knows.
a short
No,
or is
my
that from a
son would
movie?
know.
And then here's some of the finished before they started painting.
I've seen all that already.
I want to ride a turtle.
I told you they have that one snake that looks like Caw.
Yeah, I thought this was actually it looks somewhere like Sir Hiss, if you ask me, but that one.
The one I've seen was already done.
Can you turn
Not-
that over
just
so I
not-
can see it?
Just like not painted yet. It's the white.
Oh, where did you see?
It was on a
Blue Sky.
no. It was at a. It was on a video.
Oh, okay. Anyways, they showed a really funny video that as soon as they put the wall around it, what they started to do is they took music from the Woody's Roundup sequence, and they started playing it through the there's a video of all the Imagineers riding. Obviously, it still has the aerial horses, seahorses, and crap, but it's the Imagineers are riding it. But there's music from Woody's Roundup playing, so that way they could try and gauge timing and everything with that kind of music to see
Right.
where they need to have the timing on the music. But it's really funny, just a bunch of adult Imagineers. They all have their little Imagineer yellow or red or orange vests on that say Disney Imagineering on the back, and it was really funny.
All right, real quick, because it kind of goes with that. My son, huge Toy Story fan, so I can't tell you the number of times I've seen Toy Story. But the only bit you get from the Roundup is that one little piece that he watches in black and white on the thing. So I just was reading something online that said this is kind of an expansion
Okay.
on that.
Yeah, I
But
just pulled
these
it up if
characters
you
aren't
wanna- if you
actually
wanna play it.
in the movie.
No,
But
that's all
yeah,
right.
it's just something that like she would hang out with these critters, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the music
That's
that they
the
were
one.
playing when in the video of them riding the carousel.
It's just
that's
like
kind
a,
of that's kind of cool though.
yeah.
That part's kind of cool. That's a catchy little song.
So then that was pretty much it for the panel. It was pretty cool. There was other things, but there was so much that I wish they wouldn't. It was too long to record. Plus, they were very slow and just kind of talking, and
Yeah.
it would have taken up way too much time for me to play the whole thing. But then we came out. We got our little lanyards and stuff, which entitled us to some free food.
Entitled
Entitled to free food. I just want to say that
your white
Pixar
privilege.
Pier and everything looks really nice at night. In case
Hey, yeah, that
nobody's
does look nice.
I have
went
not
over
been
there
there at
and
night
looked at it
yet.
at night.
I haven't been there at all
In
yet.
fact, I don't even know why you would want to go during the day.
Not when it's going to be 110 this
Well,
weekend.
no. Besides
Is
that,
it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And humid.
besides that, I mean, I don't know why you would want to go during the day because obviously it looks way better at night.
But nighttime is the right time. Who said that?
You
Oh, okay.
just right now.
Thank you.
What?
I was gonna say it's Paul Stanley, but
Oh.
Oh,
They talked about during the panel that it was big on how they wanted to make sure they incorporated a lot of the shorts and everything into things, and then that's how things like knickknacks came about, or
Oh yeah.
or the Luna,
The games.
the game,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I don't think I've ever played any of those games over there, man.
well, don't forget those two are gonna be playing at the
The
Sunset,
shorts.
yeah, Showcase Theater in July.
Oh,
La
okay.
Luna.
I've never seen either of those.
La Luna it's pretty good.
I don't remember
What was
that
it? What was the other one?
Nick Snack, or what's the name of the short?
It's Knick-Knack.
Knick-Knack, the one with the snowman.
Oh yeah. That was funny too.
So we went over there, and then basically the rest of the night was just taking your time and going on rides. And I want to talk about the Luxo Ball, the wet Luxo Ball, real fast.
Whoa.
Because they did talk about that, and last week Tim was complaining about how the part of the
Commenting.
Luxo Ball, complaining about how the part of the Luxo Ball that's supposed to be yellow was not
Commenting.
yellow. What's all that noise?
I don't know. The cats?
It's Cat Scratch Fever.
Okay.
Who sang that? cat scratch fever.
Ted Nugent.
There you go. Anyway, I want to know about this ball.
I want to know about those balls.
Well, I was commenting that the colors were not
Bright.
They weren't bright. They weren't primary colors like in the actual ball. It was kind of an off blue gray with a
Yeah, so like I said, Tim was complaining last week about how they didn't have yellow, and I just want to go through, tell him how difficult it was for them to even get the blue and the red, because blue and red don't exist, obviously, as natural colors in granite, because this is all granite.
Oh, there you go.
And the only way they were able to get the blue and the red and a color of that matched enough where it looked good, they actually brought this granite over from Germany. They had to go to Germany and specifically pick out this granite from a
granitier,
sure,
whatever they're called,
whatever people that deal with rock and granite are
geologists.
But that is not it. But so
well, I mean, it is it, but it's not what you're talking about.
So the woman who I said was the one who's in charge of the neighborhoods and stuff, she actually got terrible for her. Got to fly over to Germany just to be able to look at all this granite, and then specifically pick out the correct whatever the shades of red and blue, and obviously
was there like
they didn't really explain anything about why it's not yellow, but what I'm assuming is that it's impossible to make granite yellow.
Well, I would think something to do with erosion and the paint coming off that thing because it's constantly being wet.
Mm-hmm.
Granite, as you know, as a natural stone, is not going to.
Well, somehow or another, they did get the actual stone itself, because they did show a picture of the actual huge block of red granite, and then a huge block of blue granite, and then the huge block of
whatever that color is.
That color, the gray granite. Yeah. So the granite actually, the red and the blue granite actually came from separate blocks of actual red and blue.
Well, I didn't think that a
granite.
Luxo-looking ball existed in nature.
Well, I know.
Naturally.
No. I'm saying is that it's not paint.
Yeah.
Obviously, somehow or another, the granite has been whatever.
Well, yeah, like I said, I think paint would eventually you'd see erosion, and that's not something you see at Disneyland.
I assumed that they used some sort of laser. That's what I thought.
So it was very interesting to find out
that Biggs is doing the quote unquotes.
Yes, it was very interesting to find out that that Luxo ball is imported all the way from Germany.
It's a German ball, yeah.
Yes, it is German balls.
The Germans have the biggest balls of granite.
I was going to ask you if that Imagineer was Alan Parsons.
Oh.
Alan Parsons' project.
Did you ask this woman, did you raise your hand and say, hello, why are there no neighborhood separations?
No,
she's not Mrs. Rogers.
No, they actually had given out cards so you could write down questions, but then they were so far behind apparently that they literally only asked one question.
Because they were talking so slow?
And it was, yes, exactly. And the question they asked was like the most ridiculous one of all. Like,
I have one question in 38 parts.
Like, what's your favorite? The one question they picked was like something ridiculous, like what's your favorite Pixar character or something stupid like that.
That's a little kid question.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is fine if it's a little kid.
No, because they didn't want me to ask questions because I was like, so exactly why are you?
One question, 38 parts.
So exactly why was this project made so it wouldn't even be completed all at once?
Yeah.
Exactly why are you reusing another ride to make your Inside Out ride?
Can't handle the truth.
Oh, there was a really cool part in the panel that I forgot about that they were showing the beginning of them starting to lay the concrete down over in the Inside Out area. And what's really cool is I guess the sidewalks are a lot of this. There's a lot of
twisty turns,
twists and stuff in the concrete because it shows them laying. You know how when you lay concrete, you get the big pieces of wood that go in between, then you lay the concrete.
Right.
Well, this is actually you see a piece of like wood that's like S-shaped.
Yeah, that bendable.
Bendable wood.
Yeah.
Whenever I lay it down, it gets serious.
And I guess so. A lot of it's going to look like you're actually like in the Inside Out world where everything's not. There's no straight lines and.
Well, most cartoons there's no straight lines.
Right. Yeah. So it's going to look even the ground and the sidewalks and the roads and the walkways and stuff are going to
leading up to the recycled ride.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Leading up to Flix Flyers.
Right. Yes. So.
Where's the acorns?
But otherwise, they didn't really go in too far into that. There was the only thing they gave any kind of indication of was that they did say within the next couple months is when the lamp will be coming.
What do you
But there
think
was
the
no
delay is
specific-
on the lamp?
There was no specific indication of when the lamp was coming.
Is it supposed to be animatronic?
Yes, we've said that like multiple
Okay,
times on
so
this podcast.
I'm just clarifying. We're raising it up.
No,
No, what are we doing, Dan?
It jumps, man. I'm thinking about the one in the.
Well, my
animation.
question is, the infamous Disco Yeti from Walt Disney World's Expedition Everest, like it was animatronic for a little while and then it stopped working. I really hope that this thing continues to work.
right.
That's my comment.
I mean, I'm basically it's going to be like how the old bird was out there by Tiki Room, the old bird that used to talk.
the Barker.
Yeah, the old Barker bird, or like the bird that's inside of Club 33. I mean, I'm guessing it's
The
going to be
vulture.
Yeah, the vulture. It's going to be similar to like those things. I'm guessing.
Or it could be more like Mr. Potato Head, where it's like advanced.
Oh, and they did talk about how they moved the entrance to Midway Mania a little bit further over and kind of back, so that way the queue and everything wasn't so close to Mr. Potato Head, because now Mr. Potato Head is a little bit more out more. And since
Yeah, it's
they
kind
moved the
of a
entrance-
weird spot. Yeah,
right? Because before he was kind of in the middle and you couldn't really see him.
couldn't really. Yeah,
So
just
one
if you just
one,
went
now
around-
they've
one
kind
row
of
goes
moved-
past him, right?
I don't. What do you mean run one row?
Well,
on the one side.
the part of the queue goes past Mr. Potato
I couldn't
Head.
really tell because they had the curtain closed for us.
Oh.
He wasn't open, so I couldn't really see where he would be visible to the line. I could just tell that I didn't even really remember where the old entrance to the line was. I guess it wasn't. Was it not to the right of Mr. Potato Head? Do you remember?
No,
where
it was to the left.
It's to
Oh,
the
it was to
left.
the left. Now
Yeah.
the left is just a blocked off wall, and there was actually photos with Woody and Buzz. and
I've
stuff
never
were there.
gonna have
liked
to go
that
check
you
that.
you were in line and saw Mr. Potato Head, and it was so short. And if you caught a short line, you just walked right by.
Right,
Anyway.
right.
Something that's an amazing animatronic.
Now the entrance is to the right of Mr.
Interactive,
Potato.
too.
Pretty much the
entrance
best
is
one
to the
they've
right
got.
of Mr. Potato Head now, so I guess that makes a difference as far as being able to see him better.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of cool.
yeah,
Well, it's either that people can pass him during the line and interact, or nobody lines up in front of him, and then just the general public can walk up and interact.
Right.
One or the other.
so Incredicoaster was fine. I mean,
It's California Screaming.
it's California Screaming with some extra
Pizzazz.
pizzazz, I guess.
I like that word.
The
Like pizza.
I was coerced to go on
Fell around.
the Ferris wheel.
The one that moves? The swinging gondolas?
I don't even know if I would have lived through that. I would have been on
Oh
the
my
floor.
gosh.
I was like holding onto the seat the whole time. That was so frightening. I was like, and then I don't know how many times do you usually go around? Just once?
Once.
Like, yeah.
Oh, they made us go around twice. They let us go around twice.
Ooh, double the ride.
Yeah, we got to go around twice because then we got to the bottom and it just kept going.
Actually-
and I look out the window at the lady. I'm like, it's not done yet.
Isn't it twice?
I don't.
I think it's actually. I think you do go around twice.
Oh, do you?
I don't remember.
You go around
It
twice.
just seems
and
like
then
if
you
the
unload.
line was long, it would take forever if you got to go around twice.
It does. The line takes forever anyway. That ride is so not worth it because of the length of time it takes to load the damn thing.
And then I guess I never even noticed that you could load two moving ones at the and then
You went
one.
on?
Really? What have you been doing all this time?
I was writing something down for Diggs to look at. But I mean, I can't ride it. That's why I asked.
Oh, I will never write it again.
Dude, this was the first and only time?
First and only time.
Did you get
You're not
on a
missing
swinging one? Instead of having your little fit, you could just answer the question and then we could move
No,
on.
if you would just listen to the first time,
I was
then I
writing
wouldn't have to
something down
repeat
for
my-
Diggs. You just couldn't bring yourself to do it?
no,
People don't like the swinging one.
I don't.
I wouldn't.
I got stuck in a swinging one with my mother one time, and we were up there for like 45 minutes. It was the worst experience of my
Was that worse
life.
for her or you?
Huh?
He got it. All right, so yes, I was not in the swinging one. You couldn't have paid me to get on the swinging one.
But he has now ridden it and he's done.
I was sitting there watching the swinging one coming towards me as it's doing its little, probably coming down
Yeah.
from one section to another.
Frightened, yeah.
And just watching it
No.
come towards me and then
It's
moving.
so not.
And we're not moving at all. And I'm like holding onto the seat for dear life.
You afraid of heights?
I couldn't even. I'm not necessarily afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling.
Oh, okay.
Like I can do roller coasters.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
But that's so quick.
But I couldn't do like a Supreme Scream or a Maliboomer.
Okay.
Or something like. Yeah, I mean, well, even those are quick, but I mean they're open though. The closest I ever came was like was free fall, but that you're enclosed.
The Maliboomer was the best ride they ever had in that park.
You're on drugs.
I mean, one time maybe at least, but
No,
it was
that's-
better. It was really awesome all the times I rode it though.
God.
It was a short line.
So
Usually was very short. Yeah.
well, how could you get on that but not get on the Ferris wheel?
Well, the Ferris wheel, you're trapped in a cage with people for an extended period of time.
You're locked into the Maliboomer.
Well, yeah,
You
because
ain't getting out. If
but
it gets stuck in my
shoots
top,
you
you're
up.
there.
It just shoots up and then it goes down. Shoots up, goes down. It's awesome.
But if you die on one, it's going to be much worse.
Exhilarating is what it was.
Anyway, what'd you do after the coaster or the Ferris wheel?
I try not to throw up. Just kidding.
How'd that work?
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, in one of the trash cans that's themed to the different neighborhoods?
Yes, I
Okay.
actually took pictures of all 3 trash cans.
There's 3, so we only thought we saw 2.
I don't know which 2 you thought. There's one that there's one in the Pixar neighborhood, or the Toy Story neighborhood, which,
Andy's the clouds.
which is
Yeah,
the
That's
clouds.
the one that I missed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's the credit coaster one,
Where are the cloud ones? What's that neighborhood?
the middle neighborhood, and then the rest of it has the
The
PP,
peepees.
the peepees. Then it was food time.
Are you hungry? Well, they are. It's time for Fat Time in the Parks.
How do they do that?
Well, like I said, they gave us a lanyard with a voucher on it that was basically the same as the Sip and Savor passes for festival holidays or food and wine, and we got I think hold on 8 vouchers,
For different items?
6 vouchers, 6 vouchers,
Or was it like you could...
one was for Senior Buzz churros.
It's like one for each item.
You can get your choice of the Cinnamon Galaxy churro or the Red Hot churro. At Angry Dogs, you had your choice of the plain hot dog or the spicy hot dog. You had one that was basically a beverage, any beverage. And then you had one that was for Poultry Palace, which was the choice of a chicken box or corn. I don't know what the hell you would have gotten if you had went.
I would have gave it to you.
I was going to say he's going to pass it.
I would hope so.
No chicken? Oh, you don't eat chicken. That's
He doesn't
right.
eat chicken or corn.
No corn, huh? What about elote?
Racist.
It's corn. And then at Jack Jack's Nom Noms, they had a choice of a cookie and 1 milk offering. And then at the Adorable Snowman, you can get your choice of 1 frosty treat. So,
It's like all the stuff.
first of all, I just want to say that the chicken was very good. I liked the chicken. I would never pay $9.99 for 3 legs. Because that's
That's way more than
ridiculous.
KFC.
Because you can pay like
That's-
$14 for 2 giant pieces of chicken at Plaza
No,
Inn.
you could go to KFC, you can get...
You go to
I
Costco and get
meant
a whole
at the
chicken.
park.
You can... What?
I meant at the park.
Well, we're not talking about at the park. We're talking about in real life. You can go anywhere else and buy like a whole chicken or 2 chickens if you go to Juan Pollo, and you get 2 chickens for
$10.
about that price.
Yeah.
But
So,
most people are saying
3
like
legs
they're
for
there at
3
the park.
legs for $9.99 is absolutely
Yeah, that
ridiculous.
sounds like a theme park.
Well, and you get like you get the super dry coleslaw
Oh, I
that
heard- that's what I said
probably
too, yeah.
nobody's gonna eat, that nobody is probably eating except for maybe old people. I mean, because who
Coleslaw's got to be wet, right? Like really?
It doesn't have to be, but I mean,
It
ideally,
can just stay there.
He doesn't like
basically,
coleslaw.
basically, I gave my mom both Rebecca and I's coleslaw, and she took some coleslaw sauce she has from last time she made coleslaw and added to it and made her own coleslaw out
At
of
home.
it. So yeah, here.
Oh, okay.
Because we brought the chicken home because I was full, so I didn't want to eat it. So I didn't.
Lies.
I didn't eat until I got home. But and plus I wanted to make sure that I brought home my box because I just want to say that that's one of my favorite things about that is that you get in the actual Poultry Palace box.
Now, I want to go off the rails real quick because you said about the box. Yesterday, I went over to Hot Dog on a Stick, and now they give you like this little box meal. You can get 2 stick items, fries. It comes in a box, so they actually give you a box too, which is really
That
cool.
is way off the rails.
Yeah, but he said the box, and that reminded me of that yesterday. And they also now have light lemonade, which I had yesterday,
yes.
and it was really good. No sugar, pretty
All
cool.
about the light.
All right, we're back on the rail now.
I was going to ask you if Disney bought hot dog on a stick. That's it's part of that Fox deal.
It's probably, so was it like $5 or $6?
Yeah, so it was $6.
It's similar to that like Wendy's or Carl's deal where you get like 2 sandwiches and fries and a drink
and a cookie.
That's the
right?
late night munchies meal.
Similar deal to that. Yeah.
Is Poultry Palace on the chicken challenge? Is that?
No, it is not for some reason.
No.
I don't know
Wow.
why. I just want to talk about the chicken real quick. The chicken was actually very surprising because I thought it was going to be like straight up fried chicken. It's actually more of like a shake and bake that's been fried because you can tell it has like the panko or some sort of like shake and bake like
breadcrumbs
or something on it. But it's fried, not a baked. Because usually with breadcrumbs or panko or something like that or a shake and bake, you usually bake it. This looks like it's been shake and baked, but then fried, which was actually very interesting. But like I said, the chicken was really good. I just 3 legs and some dry coleslaw for $9.99. No,
when you're hungry,
I guess. I mean, if you're hungry, then you should keep walking. Turn around, go around to Paradise Garden Grill or the Italian place,
Roscoe's.
Or leave the park and actually go get some real chicken someplace else.
It's
but
unlikely that if someone's hungry, they're going to leave the park. So I was trying to make the comparison of if you want
comparison is if you want chicken, go anywhere but there. If you want more than just 3 legs and some dry coleslaw for $9.99.
Well, have you had the ones at Flo's yet? They're their version of the fried chicken.
No, I have not had their fried chicken.
So there's them and
chicken
Plaza are part of the fried chicken challenge.
Well, if you get more than 3 legs for $9.99, then it's definitely worth more to go to those other places.
I think you get like a breast and a thigh, right? Like at Plaza. What comes in the Plaza meal? A breast and a thigh?
Sure.
You can get 2 pieces. It's like $15 or $16 now.
Okay, well, that's way more meat than there is in 3 legs.
Right,
so.
of course, yeah.
Well, yeah, plus you get the mashed potatoes and like the
and you can buy an extra
and a strawberry shortcake.
Well, you get the mashed potatoes, you get all this stuff, but then if you want to add extra pieces of chicken, they're only $3 each.
I feel like for $9.99 for the Poultry Palace meal that you're paying like at least $3 for the box.
Very likely, yeah.
I do really like the box. One of the boxes.
Well, you have one now, and it's
one of our boxes
accomplished.
I managed to get it home without getting it wrecked, so I have one box to keep that I will be keeping. And but the box is really cool looking.
Under his pillow.
Yes, it is under my pillow.
So Zurg didn't try to destroy it before you.
No, I did get my picture, a picture of Zurg. But so next up, we went over to Angry Dogs. Like I said, you got a choice of the regular dog and an angry dog. Rebecca doesn't like angry, so she got a regular dog. And of course,
why is she with you?
Because you're like the most angry.
What?
Did you have the angry dog?
Yes, of course I did.
I had one bite of the angry dog from Elizabeth's, and it was
you
really spicy. No, I mean,
angry.
she only offered me one bite to try it. She was the
Dirty.
one eating, but I was really surprised at how spicy it was.
Oh, I thought it was great. It was really good. I mean, I don't like the fact I'm sick of this whole. Why do they think that everybody who has hot dogs wants freaking chips with their hot dogs?
No one wants chips with anything.
Like,
is what it comes
why
down
do they
to.
keep giving us chips?
Unless it's cold
and
cuts.
especially since if you get the angry dog, they make you have the flaming hot Cheeto fries. They make you take that. Well, they don't make you. I guess if you asked. But by default, if you get the angry dog,
comes with the flaming
it
hot.
comes with the flaming hot Cheeto fries.
It's angry.
And but the dog itself, I really liked the dog itself. It was good. It comes in a wrapper with anger on it.
How spicy was it?
It was very spicy.
Yeah, they're spicy.
Yeah,
I can't have that. Then.
If you're not good
to go order.
Yeah, if you're not good to go on the whole heartburn.
No, it's not the heartburn. It's the toilet issue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're not good to go with that and with some,
we don't want you to miss another week.
Yeah, you definitely don't want. It's basically like having it's basically spicy like a hot link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's doable. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, but hot link with nothing on it.
Yeah.
But what I do like is they have the different the row of they call it different ketchups, but they're not really. They have the row of condiments, but they have it's in order of least spicy to most spicy, and they have like regular ketchup, and then they
Sriracha
have
ketchup.
Yeah,
and
sriracha
it ends in
ketchup.
sriracha ketchup and buffalo sauce.
Ooh, oh no!
With buffalo sauce, and then
I
they,
love-
of course
I
they
love that
have
doesn't love
like
me.
yellow mustard, and then hot brown
Spicy
mustard,
mustard,
and so that was kind of cool. I
So
liked
they
it.
basically realized they were located in Southern California, and people like spicy food here.
But I liked it. As
they-
far as $7.99 for a spicy hot dog and some flaming hot Cheeto fries, I don't think that's worth the money either.
Well,
I would rather go over, spend $2 more, and go over and get a corn dog from Corn Dog Castle, to be honest. Or I would rather go over someplace I can get fries.
Well, corn dog by itself is how much?
$9.50?
By itself, or with the fries,
No fries. Chips.
or with the chips.
With no chips.
Now, if you
how
get,
much is extra? Is it how much is it for chips to get it without chips? How much does that take off?
$1, I believe.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically it'd be $6.99 if you wanted the Angry Dog with no chips. Then
So my question is that if you compare hot dog to hot dog, aren't they $6 at Disneyland out of the cart? Remember they were doing that for a while. Out of the cart, you could get one hot dog.
Yeah, hot dog by itself is $6.
Yeah, so it's only $2 more with chips.
but I wouldn't
for
buy
the-
those either. I'd rather
Well,
I could go buy a package of all beef hot dogs.
and then like sneak them in like to Disneyland under your armpits.
No,
or
I eat them at home.
Well, it's going to be pretty hot this weekend, so I'm sure if he lays them out somewhere, that they'll just
True.
kind of cook
Put them
them.
on the castle.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Just keep rolling them.
So then, so here we went over to the like I said, we went to the churro, and she got the plain old churro, which is just basically a plain churro with blue dust on it.
Oh, really?
So it's like the lightsaber one. Same
Not
flavor.
not quite that blue though. Not
same
quite that
flavor,
blue.
different color.
Yes, kind of. Because what was this one called? The
Sadness something.
no, the Cinnamon Galaxy Churro.
Cinnamon Galaxy.
Cinnamon Galaxy Churro. It just basically looks like a regular churro with blue. You can't even really see the blue. See, you could kind of see blue.
Oh, yeah.
You see, you could
Kind of.
kind of. It's like, yeah, hardly there.
They're like blue sprinkles.
Is it possible you're imagining the color?
So the other one.
Did you take a bite, or did you
No,
just
I
bring
don't
it?
want nothing to do with it.
You don't want anything to do with
That's
it.
all you
brought
got.
it
Don't be
for
taking that.
us.
I'm a cinnamon guy.
So the red hot
You are.
churro.
Yeah, I'm a cinnamon guy.
You like the cinnamon.
I like cinnamon.
Well, let's take it out and share it.
Let's do it.
You want to do it? Let's see.
You want nothing to do with it.
do we
He
need
said
to-
So
already.
yeah, so I brought the red hot churro. I took one for the team.
We're going to try it right now.
I took one for the team, and instead of being selfish and having my own edible giant galaxy churro with the blue.
I didn't even know they had a Galaxy churro. I just knew about this one. I didn't know about the other one.
Yeah, the other one is I don't know if it's just maybe not advertising that one as much because this is the signature one, I guess.
No, right off the bat, smells like Red Hots.
Oh yeah,
I smelled it
And
when
that's what I,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what
you-
I
as
said
soon as you
before,
open the
right?
bag.
you
Yes.
walk right up to Senior Buzz's and you can smell it right away.
Oh, my God.
And then you look in there, and there's two little vats, or there's two little the little metal
inserts.
and one has just what looks like cinnamon with blue sprinkles in it, and then the other one is just solid red. And they just basically
Now, this is very cinnamony, but it would be better if it was hot.
Yeah. I mean, of course. It's better if it's warm. But you can taste it. You can actually taste it Red Hot. I can taste it.
So my friend's a manager there, and he said he got a bite of it and said I'm pretty sure it's red hot, like crushed up red hot.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. You could smell it. You could just smell that it's crushed
Kind of
up
like
Red Hots.
the Kool-Aid churro. You can tell it's Kool-Aid.
Right.
right,
It's Tomorrowland.
right.
But the aftertaste in this one is definitely Red Hots. Not just cinnamon, Red Hots.
Did you try it?
I don't want
You
to
didn't
try
want
it.
any. You're
I don't like
me.
Red Hots.
You're like me.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Because just for you
Yeah.
guys, I didn't get myself a good churro, so you guys could try that. And
They're pretty good, dude. Thank you.
so now you guys can
Notice
get,
he didn't share this nom nom with us though.
Oh, well, you guys already had none.
We already had the
So?
nom nom.
No, but anyway. All right.
So
I've been busy. I've had problems with my bathroom. I've been redoing the bathroom, not toilet problems.
Oh, I get it now. I was a little confused.
Yeah.
But not really. This is your piece, man. You get the second half.
All right.
And I was intentionally.
I've been trying to become an Imagineer for my bathroom.
I was intentionally vague about what Dan's issue with his bathroom
As long as
was.
you don't change the redhead, we're good. Wait, do you have a redhead in your bathroom?
No.
Oh, I'm not coming over.
See, but I did paint it, so that makes me an Imagineer, right?
What color?
Blue.
As long as it's not
It
salmon.
looks like that blue churro. Because it's sprinkled in there.
If I come over, do you think I'll be able to see the blue?
You'll definitely be able to see the blue. More blue than the churro.
Churro.
All right, so thoughts real fast since you guys now have eaten that.
This is good. I'm going to go buy more next time I'm there.
Yeah, I
Okay,
totally
well-
will. Yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
have bought one if you hadn't gotten to try it first?
Probably eventually,
because it's
but I
red
didn't know for sure what it would be like, so I was kind of avoiding. I was waiting for the right time. Now I know what it's going to be like, and it's awesome.
No, as soon as somebody said red hot churro, I was like, I'm in. I would have done it.
Yeah,
Then
I
again,
didn't get it.
I try all the churros,
Well, that's true.
and I'm not a fan of the watermelon. I know you guys always rant about the
I like
watermelon.
the
one.
watermelon.
I'm not
I
a
only
fan
had
of
it
the watermelon
once,
one.
and it was really good.
I couldn't even finish it.
Well, you
And I
should-
like sour watermelon, but I could not finish that churro. But this one, I will, and I'll definitely get. Well, I'd love to taste it warm, but yeah, it tastes like that. After taste is
Whoa.
definitely nuts.
Yeah, aftertaste is red hots.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you're smelling it while it's really hot. It's very overpowering. The whole smell as you walk up to the Senior Buzz is very smelly.
I will let you know. When we go to the park, because I need to get one of these now.
So pretty much the only other thing was
Yeah, seriously, when are we gonna go to
the,
Disneyland?
the ice cream, whatever it was called.
the parfait.
How do you describe
Everybody
it?
likes parfait.
I don't know, this one, whatever that one is.
It's like
Yeah, that's the
lemon and
parfait.
blue raspberry.
How's it a parfait though? Because it doesn't have it doesn't have a.
You'll get it.
It doesn't have a. I thought parfait has to have cake.
No,
No.
Oh, because all the other parfaits have cake. Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I don't know.
did you eat it?
It's good. The lemon's a little bit too overpowering. Once you mix the lemon with the what I assume is blue goofy glacier,
blue raspberry.
Blue
yeah.
ras-
blue raspberry goofy glacier, because that's what it tastes like. It tastes like the blue goofy glacier, but once you mix it together and it turns into the green stuff, I think it's a little bit better. But individually, I'm not a fan. Wasn't a fan of the yellow part by itself.
A
but,
lot of lemon seems to overdo it.
yeah,
And a lot of stuff.
Well, that's what I mean.
Lemons
The-
are very
The
overpowering.
lemon was overpowering by itself, but once you mixed it and with the blue and it turned green,
Yeah.
you get that green stuff. It was really good because
With the green stuff instead of the gray stuff.
yes,
Looks good.
I would want to try the other one before I got that one again.
What was the other one?
I don't remember what's the other one. The one that has another color.
I do not know right now.
So yeah, that was all pretty cool. I had fun. I'm glad I didn't have to pay $300 to do it, and got on Midway Mania. Probably won't get on Midway Mania. That's only the second time I've been on it. Probably won't get on it again for quite a few years now. I don't need to.
At least until Pixar Pier is finished.
Right.
Another
So
year.
I
Oh,
mean,
wait, they did everything in Pixar Pier again.
oh right. So let me get back to this cookie. You guys already talked about the cookie last week, but I'll just say I saved the cookie despite getting yelled at for it. I saved the cookie till I
Even
get
though they
home.
gave you milk there.
They gave you a choice of milk, and I took the strawberry milk because
That's what I did.
he
Yeah, that's
knows.
what he got too.
And but that milk is not nearly enough. First of all, you can't dip through that little tiny opening.
Now, did you try?
I don't need to. I don't need to. The
Effort, man.
Can I
effort.
just say that I was here when you ate the nom noms and you didn't dip any of it in the milk here?
because you clearly weren't paying attention like usual.
Oh, okay.
Because I dipped it quite a bit, but you weren't watching.
I was setting you up for that.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Because I was just telling the truth.
You were dipping it.
Yes, I was dipping the cookie into the milk.
Mm-hmm.
So the cookie was good. It was nice and it was soft. If it had been hard, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, basically, I don't have anything else to say about it. You guys didn't already say last week, so
It's gooey and chewy and wonderful.
yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't get it again, but it was good.
Anthony said he's not been to BJ's for the Pizookie, but that's what this reminds me of. Without the ice cream scoop.
Yeah, we already said that last week.
Well, I'm saying it
Actually,
again.
I said it before you guys even had it. When they first announced it, I said, "Oh, it's a Pizookie."
I thought you said you'd not been to BJ's for the Pizookie.
No, but I know what a Pizookie is because I used to deliver from there when I was doing Grubhub and DoorDash.
Ooh.
I think I would rather go get like 5 cookies from Mrs. Fields.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
Let's go.
Yeah. So,
Right.
We're out of
Bye.
here.
Wow.
Couldn't you get
Adios.
maybe 5 cookies or like three or 4 cookies from Mrs. Fields?
I haven't
$6.
I haven't been fortunate enough to go to Mrs. Fields to get cookies because I'm not supposed to have those.
Right.
But yeah, that sounds like a plan.
So I always talk about how everything's expensive, but I'm just like, well, how can I not bring up the fact that I can go to the mall and get more cookies from Mrs. Fields? Or
We gotta go to the mall.
Who wants to go to the mall?
But if you're in
But if
Disneyland,
you want Mrs. Fields.
how you be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to the mall and go grab this cookie because it's cheaper.
no, because then I'd just be like, oh, that reminds me I should go to Mrs. Fields next time I'm at the mall.
Yeah,
That's
but I
how-
want it then.
That's how I think.
I'm more into the instant gratification.
Is that right?
Like, I want it now.
We've all
All right,
heard.
Veruca.
Give me my nom noms.
So, I don't go to Disneyland trying to get cookies, so I guess that's
Yeah, I
the difference
normally
between
don't.
me and
Yeah.
you. So,
It's a
But,
treat. I wouldn't. Yeah.
I don't really go to Disneyland to eat.
I do.
Unless I'm specifically.
Straight out, I do.
Unless we're specifically going there to eat something specific, I'm not going there to eat. I'm going there to do other things.
It's a
but
snack. I don't eat a lot of meals.
no, me neither. Unless
Yeah.
I'm like specifically there to do that.
Yeah.
Like I still have a couple discount.
The churros, some of the drinks.
We still have a couple discount coupons
Beignets.
left that we need to use before October. But
Lick it,
So-
lick it, lick it.
Lick it and pass it.
so that was pretty much it for the Pixar Pier Parks blog event.
How much did you pay for that again?
0.
Oh, wow.
I paid about 1 minute worth of my time to sign up.
Dirty.
And you know what else? I didn't even need to be a pass holder to do that.
You don't even have to be a pass hole?
No?
No.
So it basically includes admission.
Well, yeah, it included admission.
It's
Isn't
kind of
it-
dirty
isn't
that
it-
they offer that to the general
Isn't it
public,
interesting that
but not to pass holders.
Yeah, isn't it interesting that regular people could just follow notifications from Disney Parks blog on Twitter and get way better things than than pass holders have been getting for the last couple of years? I
Very
don't know.
strange.
Yeah,
Entitled.
very strange. Yeah,
But I don't have Twitter.
That's the problem. Is you're I don't even have Twitter.
Well,
so
that's your problem.
So that's not fair.
You need to be a tweeter.
Well, whose fault is that?
Theirs for choosing a outdated, horrible
What?
means of communication.
What?
Outdated.
Outdated. For
Twitter's
you.
in the past, man. It's all about the Instas and the Snapchamps.
No, my friend, you're behind.
Yeah.
A teenager, you are not.
The Snapchamps, that's what they're all about.
You gotta put your behind in your past.
So you said that you had some pictures of the event items.
Yes, I had some pictures of the items from the
paid
original,
event.
the paid event.
So what do you have on your list?
Well, I don't need to have a list.
Well, I'm just saying
everybody
I
got
don't
the
know
same
if-
thing.
Right. I'm wondering if it compares to what I'm looking at.
Well, if you're looking at the stuff that they got, then yes.
Yeah.
There was no. The only thing that different was the plush you got.
Different from what you got here?
No, I'm talking about everybody who went to the $300 event.
Yeah.
Got the same exact thing.
Right.
The only thing that varied was the plush you got.
Right. So I'm saying what were the items?
So you got some sort of long print of some sort. I can't really tell what it is, but it's
I think
Incredibles
it's the
themed.
inside. It's the underneath of the
Oh, is it?
entrance. Maybe
Let me
no.
see. No, wait.
It's similar.
No, it's not even close.
No?
It's
Okay.
not even that at all.
So it's an Incredibles print, which I think yours is cooler. This is cooler and more timeless than the Incredibles print.
The Incredibles print would be very difficult to frame because it's odd size. You get a cinch sack, which of course I could care less about because everybody knows anybody who's listened to this podcast for a while knows my feelings on cinch sacks.
And if you want a MousePIRE cinch jack, head over to dgpclothing.com and pick up one today.
Shameless self-promotion.
And if you want any other kind of old cinch sack from AP or
like Baymax, they give out a Baymax with like.
I don't
everything.
remember if I have a Baymax one somewhere.
That's what they give out for.
But I have like
everything.
4 Jungle Book ones.
Oh really?
Let's see, a pair of sunglasses because they had to do something with all those sunglasses that they didn't give out. All those other times that they gave out sunglasses,
Right.
Because there's been other events where we've gotten sunglasses.
They never fit me anyway. Big
Well, usually the AP party closest to the summer always came with sunglasses.
They used to, yeah.
And then when him and I went to the the AP or what was the Disney Parks blog? I think screening of Civil War. They gave us sunglasses.
What's that got to do with Civil War?
Well, one was Iron Man sunglasses were red, and blue sunglasses for Captain America.
I remember that.
And then there was a black hat with the Pixar Pier Premiere logo on it, which is the same logo that's also on the cinch sack. And then there was a sipper, which the sipper, I believe, has the same artwork as the print that they gave you. And then each person...
But that sipper is actually the same one that they gave out for the Incredibles preview on the way in.
Oh, so it's the one he has.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
this one, right, Diggs?
Well, then there's nothing special about that.
That sipper? Yeah, we have one too at home, or a couple of them.
And then basically the only other thing you got was the food voucher, which, well, I got that, so... And then you got a plush, and there is a Wall-E plush. There is this robot, whatever this robot is called.
He doesn't have a name. I mean, maybe he does.
Is it Mo?
It's possible, because that's what it says on it.
And then there was a Eevee, and then I saw...
What's an Eevee?
Or Eva, I don't know.
Eve?
Yeah. There's the Eve.
Oh, she's cool.
And then the horse.
Bullseye?
Yes. Oh, here's one that has an actual Woody. That's a new one. So I'm gonna say. So who would you say got the better freebies?
That one's the Woody too.
That's the one I was just similar to the one I.
How much are they charging for these items?
Well, this person's charging $200. I haven't seen anybody actually get that much. I've seen people get it if they have everything. They've gone just over $100 for the whole package.
Not even paying for your ticket. Dirty.
I know. Oh, who? What? Me?
No, the people that paid $300.
Oh, right. So yeah, the people that paid $300 and then they're selling all of their merchandise that they got basically to make back a third of the ticket.
Right.
Something's better than nothing.
Yeah, I've seen some people selling without the plush for like $80, and then I've seen people selling just the hat, the sunglasses, the bag, and the lanyard for like around $80.
How much was
70.
this a ploy to get rid of their old crap?
Huh?
How much was this a ploy to get rid of their old crap?
I know, huh?
They charge money to get rid of your old crap.
I know, huh? So
it's like entrance to a garage sale.
So basically, if you look at all the stuff I got and almost $100 worth of stuff, including food, get on Twitter if for any other reason, just to get notifications for the Disney Parks blog.
For the twits and the twats.
We used to say that follow Disneyland AP for Disneyland AP screenings.
They barely tweet,
but they don't do anything anymore. The only reason, the only thing that they ever tweet that they're first tweeting, they're usually one of the first people to tweet when parking is closed.
That's true.
Yeah, that's all they do.
It's usually them, and then Disneyland Today sometimes follows them, but Disneyland AP is usually the first one to post when the parking is closed.
We're the ones going to complain.
But right. But yeah, I mean, Disneyland following it, being notifications for Disneyland AP isn't as important as it used to be when there used to be screenings to look out for. But
yeah,
I will continue to follow them or get notifications just because
we said that and it's going to change now.
Right. I don't want to be the one who misses out on the first screening that they decide to finally have after 2 years or however long it's been since we've had a AP screening.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, so continuing on the Fat Time talk over here, I was there in the parks on Saturday, and I went over to Jolly Holiday.
Yum.
Yes, and I tried a red...
Macaron.
No, not the macaron, but the red velvet whoopie pie.
Ooh, whoopie pie.
That's the same red velvet as that they had like 2 years ago?
Yes, I don't think I tried it before.
I thought you tried it and you didn't like it.
Did I?
I thought so.
I don't remember these things. You know that.
Yeah.
So obviously I didn't remember if I even tried it, so I tried it again if I already tried it. And Yeah, it wasn't that great. It was all right. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was. If Dan were to go buy me one, I would eat it, but I wouldn't buy it again myself.
Next time, text me and say, "Hey, have I tried this?"
I was thinking about that too because I was up there and I was looking to see what they had. I was basically there just to get the toasted cheese sandwich, and then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to have a dessert too. And I was trying to see what they had. I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that whoopie pie. But yeah, I mean, if you're into the red velvet and cream cheese stuff, frosting, go for it. But I'm not into the cream cheese. I actually went to this one place in Rancho Cucamonga and got some. I didn't get a lot of stuff. Okay, I got a strawberry shortcake, and I got a red velvet cake ball.
Ooh, cake balls.
That had way too much cream cheese frosting. Really? It was just gross. It was that sour taste and just.
Did you return it and get a different one?
Only if I was to regurgitate, I would return it. But
why wouldn't you? You ate like all in one bite, basically.
It's a cake ball, not a cake.
Right.
So it's only one bite, Tim. So
sometimes when I eat a cake bite, I like half a bite first to try it out, and then I eat the rest. That's why I asked that.
Nah, I just go for broke.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it was all right if you're into the red velvet stuff. Try it, but it wasn't as good as the white chocolate whoopie pie.
One thumb sideways.
Nothing is.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know what? I have to try the whoopie pies and compare them and see where the other ones stand. But yeah, that's what I tried that day. I didn't have anything else. I think I had a corn dog or something earlier. I had a hot dog, which I wore wieners when I got to the park and ate there. But yeah, I haven't really had that much.
I just want to say, if anybody gets over to Pixar Pier and they try the Jack Jack shortbread cookie from Nom Noms, that they should let us know, or that gluten-friendly Incredic cookie that none of us are probably ever going to try. So,
do you have a picture of the shortbread one?
No, I don't have a picture of anything.
I mean, I've seen the cookies. I just don't know which is which. But
I don't know which one is which either.
I know which one's the cookie, the chocolate chip cookie.
Yes.
Can always figure that one out.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to try the shortbread because I love shortbread cookies, but I think I would be disappointed in it. That's just my thinking. It'd be like, oh.
Kind of dry.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm kind of hesitant to try it.
Yeah.
So, hey, you know what? When I was there in the park, they had a whole bunch of Sully popcorn buckets.
Mm-hmm. Still?
I mean, a lot.
Yeah. So you can't bring back the alien, but Sully's all over the place.
Right.
No, they bring the alien to Florida.
Yeah,
and they just take the AP sticker off of it and make Tim mad.
The thing about it is, like,
my bucket's better.
The thing about it is that I took a picture of it and I posted it to let people know, and I still have it. Boom, that post just blew up. They're like, "Oh my God, it's there!" And I was just there, and blah 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 blah. I'm like,
I didn't even know that I didn't even know that it had left.
It was gone for a little bit, and I know
Sully was gone for a while. Yeah,
but I know it came. I know it was back last week when Pixar Pier opened. I just didn't take a picture of it when I saw it. I didn't think about it. And then when I went to DCA and I was walking by the popcorn right there on Buena Vista Street, I saw a whole bunch of them. Like, oh yeah, and I took the picture then, and then I went to check all the other popcorn stands, and they had them too. So,
did they have them in Disneyland? Because that's right.
Yes.
I didn't see them at Disneyland the day that we were there, but then we went over to DCA and they have like 30.
Yeah, they had them. They had it on Main Street right there in the town square, and I was just like on. I forgot the other place they had them, but I was just taking pictures. So, oh yeah, they have them here. They have them here, and that's why I did the post. And everyone's like, "Oh my God, they have them," and this and this and that. I'm like, I thought by now everybody would have already had it, and so I was surprised. So if you guys haven't got your Sully popcorn bucket and you want one, head over to the parks. That was Saturday when I was there. They had it, so I don't know.
As of last night, there was still a ton of them.
Well, there you go.
There was also still a ton of AT-ATs over in Tomorrowland. And Tim was coming earlier. He heard something about Mike being gone. I saw plenty of Mike. So
Elizabeth was there without me on
Dirty.
Maybe Friday.
I think they even had Mike at Smoke Jumpers when we went to get our the DuckTales, and I don't even know if they had Mike at Smoke Jumpers originally.
At some point, yeah, he was there originally. At some point last week, Elizabeth was there without me briefly and was looking for a Mike Sipper and said she couldn't find one, and she checked several locations. So it might have just been that day that they'd run out or whatever, but it's good to hear they have them back.
All right, so last week we told you about the new dance party going on in Tomorrowland. The Pixar Pals Dance Party. Well, on Saturday when I was in the parks, I went to go check that out. And I was...
get your boogie on?
I did get my boogie on.
I saw you.
Yes.
It was a little video.
Get your boogie on.
Exactly.
Get your boogie on.
You know what? It's just like we talked about it. It's nothing but a bunch of little kids over there jumping up and down and...
Jump around.
The cool part about it is having the Pixar characters come out. So we got to see Woody, Jesse, and Bullseye, which was really cool. I've never seen Bullseye before.
Yeah, I saw him at the Chalk Walk last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a picture of them. He's a very rare character to come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they leave, and then another set comes in, and which was like Mike and Sully. They come out and they dance and stuff like that.
What time does that start?
7:00.
Okay, so
does it run band time? Does it run band time? You know, like
it's continuous. It's continuous.
Oh, it's continuous?
I am surprised.
Which is why I was like just gonna say that when
So the DJ changes periodically then?
No, nothing changes. The only thing that changes are the characters.
Characters leave and then new characters come out and replace them.
Isn't it like 7 to 10:30 or something like that?
Yeah, it's over 10:30.
That's a lot of dancing.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say because I was there last night. I went by there last night, so it must have been the beginning because that's why there was no characters out there. And Russell was coming out, and then I was like, oh well, I guess Doug will.
Well, see, that
be
sucks.
Not far behind.
That's a hell of a cover charge.
I know how because no, after that, then it was like the army men came out. There's 3 of them.
Oh, cool.
So that's the rotation they had that whole night. And we were waiting for
Senor Buzz.
No, not Buzz.
That'd have been cool.
But Remy.
Oh, okay.
That's what we were waiting for them, but they weren't there that night.
The rat.
Yes, Ratatouille. So I was expecting them, and we were waiting. That's what we were kind of there for, to see them and try to get pictures with them. But no, we didn't get them on that night. But like I said, it's just a bunch of little kids over there hanging out and jumping up and down, and the DJ is, doing dance moves. Each character when the characters came out, they had their own type of dance moves. So the monster had a monster dance move, and
what type of music they doing?
They're doing everything.
Everything?
Yeah, they're doing everything. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed myself. Just chilling there, listening to the music, and just trying to take pictures. Like I said, I've never seen Bullseye before, so that was really cool to see that.
Super
Is
rare
he
character.
standing on his back 2 legs?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's waving. So
I have a picture here with him somewhere else.
No, he's standing on his front.
What I mean is he's
doing a
in
handstand the whole time.
Human position, not horse position.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You're a horse.
Only one guy in the suit, not 2.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, I was having fun. I was grooving out there, trying to take the pictures with the characters and stuff like that. We came to the conclusion that Woody cannot dance. Whoever was playing Woody could not dance.
That sucks.
Yeah. Mike Wazowski was boogieing. He was getting down. Sully was awesome out there. So I mean, it's really cool if you guys want to go just check it out and try to get some pictures with the characters. They'll pose with you, but they're not really there to take pictures, but they'll go ahead and pose, things like that. But if you don't want to be bothered with all these little kids running around, jumping...
Just take pictures near them, and they might just photobomb you.
Yeah, there you go.
That's do those old Mexican-style photos where you just stand there and wait till they turn around. And
yes.
Real quick.
Yes.
I think we all have those.
But yeah, I mean, I was really surprised that they were just playing all the way through and no breaks or anything like that. The only one break they had was for fireworks, and that's it. So that was pretty cool. Not bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really surprised in how they were running that.
Kind of want to check that out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad to go check it out and see what's going on, and then maybe you'll be lucky to get some pictures with the Ratatouilles.
Ratatouille. Well, speaking of Pixar, this last Saturday was the grand opening of the biggest Pixar thing to hit anywhere ever, right?
Was it a new store?
You'd think so, but no, a new land in Walt Disney World, Hollywood Studios, the Toy Story Land.
I didn't get to go.
No, none of us did.
Oh.
No invite.
I was going to say.
Because that's on the wrong coast.
It is on the wrong coast. You know, the only reason I mention it is because there was a lot of news all over the Facebooks and maybe for Anthony the Twitters about the land and what they had and the videos of the rides and the food and the lines,
I saw,
the lines specifically.
That's literally the only thing I saw was people talking about the wait.
I thought that was for the DMV.
Or it was Flash.
So what I wanted to ask you, you said in a recent show that you do not ever watch the video of the ride before the ride.
Right.
Would you do that?
Nor 8 times.
Would you do that for the Slinky Dog Dash, considering that you may not be there?
I
in a
watched
long
that ride.
time? So you did watch that one.
Yeah, and I think that ride looks boring.
It's a kid ride, isn't it?
Isn't
it like Gadget's Go Coaster?
It's
Gadget Gold Coaster looks like it goes faster than this ride does.
This one, I think it makes it look a little slower in the video, but I will
5
say
hour wait.
This is a family level coaster. They call them.
Okay, you want to know what it looked like to me? It looked like the Hippogriff ride at Universal.
Which is a little bigger, but yeah, a little bit bigger, but yeah, pretty much that
Bigger.
level. I mean, the footprint of the ride is big.
Hippogriff ride?
Whoa.
I have in Florida.
Oh, not the one here though.
But it's the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Same ride.
You haven't been on this one, so you don't know.
Well, no, I know because I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because everything on there is true.
Because I am into roller coasters. Wanted to know if I'd already ridden it, if I needed to go and ride it again.
It's a different ride. Of course you have to ride it again.
Right, exactly. So the lines, I heard in excess of 7 hours between the line to get into the land and the line for the actual Slinky Dog coaster.
I doubt that that's true. Just like the people who claim that they stood in line for Guardians for 6 hours. I don't believe that anybody stood in line for 6 hours.
Well, not for Guardians, no, but the line to...
No, there's people that swear today that they stood in line for 6 hours for Guardians.
I don't believe that there ever was a 6 hour wait for Guardians.
I don't believe there was either.
The sign had a posted 300-minute wait for the Slinky Dog Dash.
I feel like that's Disney's generic. The line's just really long. Let's put 300.
Well, yeah, because that's what Guardians
maybe
was.
that's as high as it'll go.
Or maybe that's their favorite movie.
300. And then the line to
Because
get...
that's what Guardians was listed at for quite a while on its opening day was 300. Also.
I went like the next week and waited less than an hour.
We went that the opening day and went with Tim and waited 2 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, that's dirty. Anyway.
There...
No invite.
I saw several people posted that they waited in excess of 2 hours just to enter Toy Story Land. One of the other things I wanted to comment on is the alien spin ride that they have there is basically Mater's spin.
Tow
Mater spin. There's a front vehicle and then there's a back thing that spins around and then they rotate between the three circles essentially. I was checking it out on the video and
which is still basically just a carnival.
Right. I think Mater's
ride.
is a great ride. The fact that you can like lean into it and it makes it more exciting and stuff. I think Mater's is a fantastic ride. I'm sure that one's fantastic.
I'll lean into you.
It's well, I'd have to figure out which side to be
Lean
on in
on
that
me.
case. You could be my padding.
That's like when you and I went on it.
Uh-oh.
Well,
did you pick the right side?
Well,
no
it's-
seatbelt required.
No, it's because we were pretty snug in
No
there. and
seatbelt required.
There was no movement at all going on. We didn't have to worry
Don't you
about.
want to tell them that sometimes? Go, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I got on those rides at Magic Mountain there, and I was like, look, I'm not going anywhere. Trust.
Did you guys see anything else posted about the land that... I mean, they pretty much have the 3 attractions, right? It's the Alien Spin, the Slinky Dog Dash, and then Toy
Isn't
Story
it like
Toy
way down?
Story
Isn't it like
Mania.
way down now?
What?
Like the wait times, aren't they like way down now?
Oh, I heard it was like, again, less than an hour like
Yeah.
the next day, or
That's-
an
that's
hour,
what I-
maybe
that's what I
2
heard.
hour wait or something the next day, or not nearly as much. I'm sure now that it's midweek,
Yeah.
the line's 45 minutes or something, like depending on the time of day. But did you guys see anything else that looked interesting when you in the post from there?
The what is it? Woody's the lunchbox? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that looked cool.
Lunch.
I saw.
We all like lunch.
Well, I was watching HLN and they were there live. I think it was the day before that open press day, basically. and there was early 6 o'clock in the morning, and they had a chef out there going through the food that they were serving there, which is food that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was going to be just like, some snacks, a hot dog or something.
What did they have?
I don't remember, but I know it's like gourmet stuff type of food, really like high end stuff.
Interesting.
I was like, dang, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing I noticed. I like the building. It looks really cool.
There's a lot of really cool visual stuff going on in this land, and I think that's probably the best thing about it is it just looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
They have, as far as merchandise goes, we were looking at what they've got, and essentially it's not a lot different than what we have here. They do have a Slinky Dog headband.
Yeah, you don't have to be an AP to get the alien bucket.
They do have the alien bucket. They have a
not for APs.
They have a Slinky Dog headband. They do have the alien claw cup, but instead of Pixar Fest, it says Toy Story Land on it. There's not a lot. There's not a lot else that they have that's exclusive to the land. Elizabeth was looking and couldn't figure out what they had. I mean, maybe other than some pins that say Toy Story Land or shirts that say Toy Story Land, a lot of the merchandise is the same stuff we have here for Pixar Fest, which is probably another reason they decided to do that.
But they have those Slinky Dog ears or the headband, but they don't have those here, right?
Not yet, no. They don't have the headbands here. Elizabeth managed to get a pair of them.
But they have those other ones, though. Those, I think they light up or something.
The plastic ones?
Yeah.
Or the alien head, yeah.
No. I know I took a picture when we were there last Saturday.
Hey, speaking of lighting up while you're looking up something.
Whoa.
I was wondering to myself as I was watching Paint the Night, do they still have Made with Magic activated over there?
It's supposed to be.
You mean here at DCA? You said over there, so I'm not sure if you
over
meant
there
Walt
at
Disney
DCA.
World. I thought I wasn't sure. We were talking about
because
Walt Disney
Paint the
World.
Night is at Walt Disney World, right?
Well, I didn't know we were talking about.
I said Paint the Night.
Okay. I'm worried about your blood pressure
because the Made with Magic is activated by infrared sensors that were at the top of the light poles when it was at Disneyland.
Okay.
And it's also they have them over by Fantasmic.
And they also they have.
I don't know if they're still over at Fantasmic. Do you know if those are still up there?
I haven't looked, but
so,
I would think they are.
So they have them for World of Color, so that would be part of the parade
they still
route.
have them for World of Color. So
Right.
I was wondering if anybody had gone over there and checked. If anybody on that listens.
Unfortunately, that's a really cool idea. Made with Magic thing is a really cool idea that kind of fell flat.
Well, I don't think it fell flat. It's just people got over that trend. If Disney was to introduce it again and get people going, Michael had a blast trying to change people's ears and stuff like that.
Oh, that's why I have fun doing that every time. Yeah, you use the paintbrush.
If people were aware of it, then they will be buying them and buying them.
I think they should push them more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
cool.
plus then the whole debacle with the paintbrushes running out the first week, and then they didn't get them back for like 2 weeks or something like that, right? Remember?
That's how it always goes.
And then they raised the price of the ears.
Yeah, they went up.
$5 after like 2 weeks, which was really like bullcrap. And
they're like $40.
No, they started out what
29.
No, they were $19.99. Then they raised them to first those other ears were $17.99, and they raised them $19.99. And then they Made with Magic ones were $19.99. They raised them like $25 or something like that.
I think now they're $30.
The ears?
I might be wrong, but
I think they went up again.
For the what ears do they have now? It's not the 60s.
They're black.
Are they? Oh,
They're black and have some colors on.
It has like Mickey's parts on it.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right,
new
so
version.
that Slinky Dog I think it's just a Slinky Dog that lights up. It's not a headband or anything.
Oh no, it's not. But that's a toy. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Oh, so it's just like the old school Slinky Dog toy that they had like years ago.
Except this one, the rings light up. It's not an actual Slinky. It's
okay. Because they had the
circular.
They had the one. In fact, Rebecca had it. It was the one with the actual Slinky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're what the actual toy, just the regular.
Yeah, the actual toy.
Yeah,
the wheels. The one with the wheels on the bottom.
They're not cheap.
The original ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
The wheels on the bus go round and
well, I don't know.
round.
We
Just
were
to
looking
get a Slinky Dog. I bought my son one for Christmas.
Oh, we were looking it up to
like
try and sell them. They weren't going for that
Round
much.
and round.
Maybe because it was Christmas. But it was like the original Slinky Dog, like in the original box.
Crazy.
Not a Toy Story one, just a regular Slinky Dog.
Oh, wow.
Like $30.
I mean, that's all I got about Toy Story Land. If you guys have any information that you saw, things that you would like to
No,
share?
all I saw was people. Oh, is this what it's going to mean for Star Wars? Oh, is this going to be Star Wars?
But it
we don't talk
absolutely,
about that.
But it absolutely
Oh no,
is.
but this is park related.
Oh, all right.
I think it absolutely is what we're
It's
going to
okay.
expect for Star Wars.
It's Galaxy's Edge.
Here on the Mouse Chat podcast.
Yes. Here in the Star Wars Parks Only podcast.
I think that's absolutely what we're going to expect. I mean, they'll be lined up for a day or two ahead of time to make sure they're the first ones in or whatever, and then I would hope that they limit the people in the land to some degree. You don't think so? They'll just let as many people. The whole park will be in 14 acres.
I think it's going to be a mess for the first day.
Well, first of all,
Absolute mess.
Galaxy's Edge is substantially bigger, I think, than what.
Big time.
Because I don't know how many acres Toy Story Land is, but I doubt it's 14.
I doubt it.
It's probably half that, maybe. It's probably a little bit more like
I heard it was like 4 or
Bugs
5.
Land,
Yeah.
Bugs Land size. I mean, you say there's only
Bye.
3
Bugs Land?
lights.
Yeah.
Adios.
Bye. Yeah. I mean, we already know from what
I expect to get into Galaxy's Edge. I don't expect to ride a ride for a few weeks.
Because he tagged me in one of those things and asked me, and I said specifically, I'm like, well, I'll wait to get into the land, to hang out in the land.
Yeah.
But I'll wait however long it takes to get on a ride until I can get in with somebody handicapped or whatever the thing is that you have or whoever else has a way for us to get in that doesn't involve standing in line. At some point, I will want to stand in a queue because I know there will be things to see in the queue.
Yeah.
Just like at one point, despite the fact that we skipped the queue the first time in Guardians, I wanted to go on the Guardians queue at some point because that was the only way to see all the other displays was to go in the actual queue. So I wanted to do. It'll be the same thing with Star Wars, or just like I don't know if you've been on Transformers, and if you go through Gate A, you miss half this cool stuff to see in the Transformers queue, but or Indy, any of those, any queue that has a lot of cool stuff to see, you want to go through it at least once. And I know Star Wars will probably have a lot of cool stuff in their queues, but I'm not going to go on them. I'm not going to wait an hour for any of those unless, I mean, if the
hour?
You wouldn't wait an hour?
Well, okay, maybe an hour.
Even I'd wait an hour.
I mean, maybe an hour. I mean, it depends on. I mean, probably have to wait an hour for the Fast Pass line, anyways. So
yeah.
So wait, what I'm asking is, will you wait the 8 or 12 hours ahead of time, like overnight?
No.
Oh, that's what I was asking.
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, we're too old for that.
I don't want to say I'm too old for that, but I don't think
But you're too old for that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think I can handle that anymore.
Even if you were to get your surgery.
My
I don't
surgery would
think
be
it has
done.
anything to do with that.
No,
Because
it's
it's like,
just-
I don't want to do that.
No, it has nothing to do with surgery. Or
I mean,
anything.
I would hope
Such a waste of
I
my
would hope
time.
your surgery is going to be done by then.
Yeah, I hope so too.
That would suck.
I could be sleeping, eating, doing other things.
Be
not in the
laying
park.
down in a comfortable bed and then
Yeah.
sitting on the ground.
Right.
Yeah,
Being told, hey, lines, we got to move.
I can't. Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to ever do it again at like a con.
Well, I just told you Comic-Con was changing even the way that they're doing. So you
Well,
don't have to line up for exclusives.
I'm not even talking
You
about
don't
that.
have
Well,
to
I
line
know, but
up.
I'm saying, like, you don't need
Right.
to. Things are changing.
How
Well,
so?
At Comic-Con this year, because I'll be there. I'll give you guys a report. I'll be there this Saturday anyway. You don't have to line up for exclusives anymore. You put your name in a lottery. And if you get picked, you get a time. So you can come by to the booth between 1 and 1:30 and
Pick up
but
your
for
thing.
Yeah,
but
pick
for
up your thing.
panels and stuff, you still have to stand.
Panels and stuff, you
stupid-
still got to do it.
That's what I'm talking about. Panel
Yeah,
lines.
yeah.
And how do
but
you know that you won the lottery?
It's all through email. So I need to go and email.
But
Like,
what if
let
you
them
don't?
So
know.
everybody's gonna be like-
what if you don't have email? Like you don't have Twitter?
What if you can't get cell reception to check your email during the con?
Then
Then
you
get a
might,
better
you, my
phone.
friend, have a phone company that sucks. Boost Mobile. Anyway,
Well, haven't you been at one
Metro
of these
PCL?
things where you like can't
yeah, I've
get
been at
online?
Disneyland.
Yeah, and you like can't get online, and that's
I've never had a problem mobile ordering or anything.
The only time I have that problem is when I connect to Disney Wi-Fi.
right.
yeah, actually,
But
yeah.
literally.
If I'm running the 4G, I don't have a problem. As soon as I
No.
connect to the Wi-Fi, even in the
Yeah.
convention
No,
center
I
with
agree.
D23.
I agree with that.
Didn't
I
have a
was-
problem.
Remember the 24-hour party? I was the only one who can get reception the whole entire night. I had to walk over that one time to all the way to. I had to walk over to.
How do you get that with Sprint?
What?
What?
I don't have Sprint.
What do you have?
Verizon.
Oh, well, no wonder.
Yeah.
Top dollar.
You're paying the high bucks there.
No, I'm not paying any more than anybody else is.
Oh.
No, that's because there's Verizon towers at Disneyland. That's why.
But I remember
what kind of towers do you think they have at the Comic-Con?
I don't know.
Whatever's in
No
San
idea.
Diego.
Yeah. I've never had a problem with a
Qualcomm.
Qualcomm. Generally in San Diego, I've been down there for a lot of conferences. I've never had problem with Wi-Fi. No. In conferences, yes, because conference rooms tend to be downstairs, like the big ballrooms. In there, I can't even get.
Yeah, that's the only exception.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, even downstairs at the Anaheim, downstairs the bottom one, I could still get reception down there.
Yeah, I can there too. But
this is a whiff of a good smell.
Okay,
wasn't me.
It is me.
Definitely wasn't you.
Yeah, that's just the way things are going. So I think that's you're gonna see stuff like that.
It's time for the mail.
All right, so our first email comes from James Rowan from last week.
Hey, woo-hoo. Return emailer.
And
is James going for a nickname?
I actually already kind of have ideas for his next names. That's pretty obvious.
No, it's not. Because he said, or his subject line is "Me again from down under?" ? He says, "Good day, mates. I was thrilled to hear my email on your last podcast.
Yeah.
I'm glad I sparked a meaningful debate. I hope I didn't give the impression I was on the side of the haters in Star Wars fandom. I can certainly understand Anthony's frustration with that group. I just don't think he should abandon the property. But hey, agree to disagree, right?"
No. Just kidding.
Keeping it civil.
He's not.
He says, I was confused why you thought I was from Australia until I realized I accidentally used my work email to send the last message.
Oh, he's from
he only works in Australia.
AUS is just an acronym of the company I work for.
Oh,
that's dirty.
I am up in Portland, Oregon, having moved here from California a few years ago.
Oh, so he's in Gravity Falls territory.
There you go.
Portland is an interesting city, I hear.
He says, speaking of which, I heard you guys talking about Salt and Straw coming, and that's just one straw, coming to Downtown Disney. They are originally from Portland, and people will line up for up to an hour waiting for the ice cream.
Wow.
They don't serve any...
is that what we got to expect at this one, too?
Probably.
Well, I hope not, but...
He says they don't serve anything else, just cups, cones, and toppings. They have about 15 regular flavors and 5 or 6 seasonal gourmet flavors, all based on a theme of some sort. Last year, one of the themes was garbage, and each flavor was crafted using parts of food you normally throw away.
That's dirty, literally.
Banana peel, steak fat, etc. That's what he says. Ew. No, thank you.
Bamboozled.
This does sound a lot more interesting than Haagen-Dazs, I'll tell you that much.
My wife likes the oddball menu, but I'll stick with the regular stuff.
Vanilla.
I hope you guys cover it for Fat Time in the Park when it opens.
We definitely will.
Do you know when it's scheduled to open? No, we don't right now.
It's under construction currently. So I hope that it's done by the time Wetzel's is done, which is a 6 weeks, so probably another 4 weeks or so.
Wetzel's is more than 6 weeks.
You said 6 weeks.
I know,
originally.
but now on the schedule still it's closed until like August, still in August. So it's
that's about a month from now, right?
A major thing going on. He says, I guess that's all I got. This time, catch you later, James. He says, P.S. Here's a link to the trash menu in case you thought I was messing around. All right, thank you for your email there, James.
I like how he said good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Not from Australia, that is.
So our one listener from Australia is still a mystery.
Yeah, so if you're listening to us and you're actually in Australia,
please.
Yes, email us.
Listen, write us messages, emails.
Send a turtle.
Oh, and by the way, my nickname idea has nothing to do with Australia.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of nicknames,
is there another person that has a nickname?
Yes, this is from Regular Rachel. Now, I think we're going to change this nickname.
Well, you can. I'm just.
I'll tell you why after I read this email.
All right.
Well, hold on. Before you even do that, I know it came out as regular and you made the fiber joke, but I was actually thinking the same thing.
All right. Well, this is funny because
I thought she's regular with the messages.
No, I took it as like.
Her subject line is keeping it regular.
All right.
Nice.
She says, hey guys, I'm here keeping it regular. You know, I like that name. It describes me. I'm dependable, when I've committed to something. So I guess you can always count on me to keep it regular in every sense.
Awesome, Rachel. That's the kind of person you should be.
Reliable. Like
reliable people are what we need in this world.
She says, and I will always laugh at the other kind of regular joke.
Okay, see, I mean, I think it's awesome. Anytime you can make a poop joke.
I work with little kids, so that's basically my life.
Poop jokes.
Well, we podcast with them, so.
Rachel, next week, we'd like to know the three most popular kid poop jokes for little kids.
No, we won't.
Yeah, sure, why not?
She says, thanks for the report on Pixar Pier. I hope to get over there soon to have a Nom Nom cookie and do the other stuff too. Until
somebody had one today.
No, until next week, Rachel.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to let her decide on the name. Okay. We can keep it regular Rachel if that's what she wants. That's fine with me. Or I got a message from Fernando Xavier Hubbard, and he said,
We respect his opinion.
He said, "Why not wreck it, Rachel?"
That's good.
Is she gonna wreck it, or is she gonna stay regular?
Wow. All that rum is doing you good, Fernando.
So
let us know.
I like that nickname too.
Yeah.
If she's fine with regular Rachel, that's fine. If she wants wreck it, Rachel, that's fine too. If she wants either one, either time we call her whatever 1 week is one, that's cool too. So, Rachel, that's your assignment. Which one do you want? Do you want regular Rachel or do you want Wreck-It Rachel?
Homework.
I like both.
I like both, too. So, she can decide. All right, well, thank you for your email, whoever you are, Rachel.
Whoever you are. Are you in Australia?
She's not Australia.
Oh, okay.
No. I don't know where she's from. I don't remember.
Hey, Rachel, tell us where you're from.
I think she's local because she said she wants to come get a Nom Noms.
Yeah.
Then people.
I wonder if she'll send a friend request to Elizabeth soon, because guess who did?
Who?
Giselle the Gazelle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she sent a friend request to Elizabeth, and I think it was something like, "Hey, we should we have a lot in common," or something.
Go watch Dumbo.
Yeah,
go watch Dumbo.
Can we watch Dumbo or something? Or maybe I think she said, "Whenever I see Dumbo, I think of you," or something like that. It was really sweet. She was very nice.
Oh, so her friending her was totally related to the podcast?
Well, then they don't know each other otherwise.
Or was it, I don't know. It could
we made a match. That's cute, making friends.
MousePIRE.
You know what they need to do?
MousePIRE.
Pal around. They need to pal around.
Oh, no. Only if it's the swinging one.
Well, speaking of...
you know what? I'm proposing that the four of us go on the swinging just together, and we'll just see if we can survive.
If we don't survive there, it's not from fear. It's because we overloaded the weight capacity on the.
Well, that's the other question. Will they let the four of us
Probably
on the thing
not.
together?
Yeah.
Probably not.
I think we should try and find out. Well, I would do it just with you guys because I would hate it every minute of it. But it'd be funny if we all did
Anthony's looking at us like steadfast no.
I think Tim has some of the stupidest ideas ever.
I still haven't got the canoe trip.
I was thinking about that.
If we're gonna do the canoe
100.
thing, if we're gonna do the canoe, we have to get in and then give up halfway through. So they have to row us back. That's always what it's
that
been
would
my
take
that's
3
on
times as long.
It's on my bucket list. Quit going on with a bunch of fat guys and quitting rowing halfway through.
All right. So speaking of Giselle, she did not email this week.
Oh.
You wanted her to email to tell you about something. I forgot what she emailed about last week.
I don't remember what it was, but
I
was counting on her to keep track.
No email from her this week, so hopefully. Well, she said she was busy too.
What is July 4th week?
Yeah, so hopefully next week...
some people do have lives.
Vacaciones.
Not us, but some people.
Hopefully next week you'll be able to answer Tim's question, whatever it was about. I don't remember.
Remember the podcast, and then you got to listen again, and then you got to answer the question.
All right, our next email is from Michael, the OG mail guy.
Hey, real quick. So we never got literally nobody knew what
that reference
to the reference or any of that shit.
I
know. I heard of it.
You guys are fails.
We don't even know what it is.
All of you listening to the podcast, and I even said it out loud in front of Tim, and he still doesn't know what it is. All of you people, you're fails that nobody got my reference or even attempted to even make a guess. The fact that nobody
I
even
didn't know I was supposed to.
The fact that nobody even attempted to make a guess, you're all fails, and I'm disappointed in all
Now,
of you.
you didn't say that we were in the running. You said you were waiting for emails from other people.
I was. I never said you were in the running.
Well, then how can I be a fail?
Because you still don't know it.
Didn't offer up.
Yeah, but I wasn't supposed to be part of the contest.
But you still didn't make a guess.
Dan didn't make a guess.
I don't
I
know.
never
it.
asked Dan.
I don't know it either.
I know what he's talking about, but I don't know.
I never asked Dan.
I
but
recognize it, but I don't know what it's from. I
never
remember.
asked Dan.
So you're going to tell us now what it is?
No, because
I don't even
nobody's-
remember the question.
Because nobody cares.
MousePIRE, no more. Anyway,
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Thank you. At least somebody remembers things.
All right, so
New
Michael,
co-host.
Michael's
Hi, Michael.
Michael's subject line is number 2, 3 more, and I'm the male guy.
Uh-oh.
Well, that might happen if Dan gets to replace Tim.
you know what? We'll have to fight it out on the canoe.
Well, that would be
we'll
funny.
take the two paddles and stand up in the middle. And
I
take
would
it on.
pay to see that.
One of us
That
going
would
swimming.
be funny if we went halfway around and then we got into a fist fight, like in the canoe.
Somebody gets dropped in the drink.
Here's an idea. If I just quit the podcast, then everybody moves up in rank. Tim takes my place, then you take Tim's place.
There you
Does
go.
that mean I
And
get
then
to sit there?
Yes.
Phone even
Okay.
more.
And then Michael
Where
could,
are you
then
gonna sit?
Michael could have his I'll sit over there and just moderate.
Just hang.
And then
I was gonna make a joke, but nah.
I mean,
And
it would
then-
that would be interesting
He knows where it's
because,
going.
and then
because he
Michael
would
could
be,
just have his Michael could be the male guy again.
Oh, there you go.
All right,
Now,
let's hurry up because I'm leaking
if
over
he's
here.
sitting
All right.
over there, though, he's going to just be yelling shit in the background.
No, he'll have a microphone and fall asleep.
All right, so he says recovering from a theme park, amusement park weekend.
Yeah, dirty no invites.
Magic
Yep.
Mountain.
TFCI.
Magic Mountain for 2 days. Castle Park in San Fernando to
SeaWorld, this guy.
play mini golf, and went solo to Disneyland on Saturday.
How do you spend 2 days
Is
at
that the
Magic
one?
Mountain?
Is that the one on Balboa?
I don't know.
The Castle Park is on Sepulveda and the 405, or Sepulveda and the 101.
Supposed to meet up with Diggs, but got a last-minute invite to ride Guardians fast and go straight to the Lamplight Lounge downstairs.
So basically, you ditch Diggs for better
For
times.
lamp lights.
All right, so let's start with that because I didn't know he was going to bring that up. So my dirty award goes to Michael.
Yep.
Michael says, "Hey, I'm going to go to the park on Saturday. Are you going to go?" I said, "Yeah, I have to go to deliver a shirt I made." All right, what time are you going to get there? I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." I ask him, "Are you going to do rope drop?" He says, "No." So I get up. He says that he's almost at the park. I said, "Well, I just got up. I'll be there soon." And I get there. I said, "Hey, I'm in DCA. I'm going to first day to do my shot." He's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to go to Guardians." I met up with an admin and a cast member friend. I'm like thinking, "Oh, well, you can't say you want to come, right?"
Right.
Okay, whatever. So I do my shot. I go eat. And I'm like, "Hey, I'm over here at
Admin for what?
Yeah.
his page."
Oh,
Yeah,
he has admins? I thought he was the one.
That's what I was going to say.
No, he has a few
I didn't
admins.
know he had admins.
And
Oh, wait, they must have been the ones that did the meetup.
He has friends.
so
No, the admins, he said. He didn't say friends.
So I'm like, okay. I said, "Hey, I'm over here at eating, blah 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 blah, nothing or whatever. I don't know." And then he's like, "Oh, well, I got a last minute invite to the the lounge." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't want to go. Probably didn't want to go to Guardians. Oh no, I didn't want to go over there at all. So yeah, dirty word to Michael for ditching me, and he finally meets up with me about 8:00 maybe over at watching the Pixar party.
And what time did all this start?
I 3:00 when I got there.
Now,
So it took 5 hours for him to finally meet up with you.
Yeah,
That
it
is-
sounds
that is
like
dirty.
Michael needs to take a cue from regular Rachel and be a little bit more reliable.
yeah. So
you commit to do something, you do it.
dirty award goes to Michael.
Of course, this is nothing new for Michael. Michael is the one that has a habit of meeting up and then all of a sudden disappearing for a few hours while he does meet and greets, and then comes back, and then he's like, and then he leaves again.
Michael, don't do that.
Okay, so he says, "Can't pass of that opportunity. Sat outside on the patio deck, and it is lovely. Lounge indeed. Ate some lobster nachos, bomb, and tried the meat sushi, bomb." That's like carne asada one. Friends got the classic zombie, strong drink but good. Got fast passes for a new coaster. It's great at night. Tubes are great. Not mine right now. And feels a bit faster.
Nah.
Which one? Incredicoaster?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
He said, glad they fixed the screens for the photos. All right, good job, Disney. Didn't have time to check the rest of the pier to meet up with Diggs to chill and check out the pier dance party.
Dance party.
He missed a couple of words here.
Well,
He should have went. Didn't get a chance to check out the rest of the pier because he went to go meet up with me. Basically, is what he's saying. Yeah. It is what it is. Kids dance party. Back to DCA for the live bands. Me and Diggs went to get some Fat Times at Jolly Holiday, and thank God because I had a cramp and didn't know why. Didn't tell Diggs, but it hurt.
3 days of theme parks. I wonder why.
Well, you're telling him now.
That's
it's that time of the month.
That's called karma.
Yeah, it's a karma cramp.
Yeah, for ditching me.
That time of the month.
Diggs didn't say anything, but he was mad.
He's saying it now.
Yep.
Okay, he says he got hot cocoa and a whoopie pie.
Oh, my.
It was good, and I enjoyed it. Thank you, Diggs, for the Dole Whip float. Bomb as always. Good times and fat times. Sorry I missed opening day of Pixar Pier. I was at SeaWorld.
I was at SeaWorld. Did Shamu say hi?
No, because Shamu doesn't do tricks anymore.
Well, they do exhibitions of their natural behaviors.
And they showed them donating urine and blood.
Really?
Yeah, I watched the show not that long ago.
Do they actually?
Isn't that right, Michael?
Can you actually see them doing it, or just the motion of? So they
No,
take blood from them
they take
every
blood
day?
from them, yeah, every day. And every show, the exhibition, they take blood from the thing. Ask Michael.
Wow.
All right, here's his Dirty Award. Dirty Award goes to Ratman, a.k.a. Ranthony.
What did I do now?
Enjoy Star Wars with your friends and family and shut up about all those other people. Enjoy Star Wars. Don't let the dark side take over. Don't need to change the name of the podcast. Oh, yeah, I got $3 on your $6 cookie. Just give me half.
You got told.
Not really. Nobody ever gets told by Michael, in truth.
But he did just tell you.
Now, his first question is something we already talked about. It sounds like he got a little Tim in him with this question.
Uh-oh,
what is it?
Whoa.
Have you heard about the confusion with the short before Incredibles 2? Some people didn't get it.
Oh, that was last week.
We talked about that last week in detail.
I have a
Michael,
question
listen
when it
to the
comes my email.
podcast.
I have a question when it comes to my email about that. I'll get to it.
Okay. Since a couple of new movies came out, what is your top 5 favorite Disney Pixar movies? That would take too long for me to try to figure that out.
Ooh, that's like
Pixar,
I'd have to like look at the list.
Well,
But
nothing that's come out recently would have changed that.
No, I got to say Finding Nemo.
Toy Story, Up, Wall-E, those are 3 of my favorites.
Wall-E's down in the bottom, very last one for me.
Nah.
Inside Out.
Probably be Wall-E in the bottom and then Brave on top of Wall-E. Whoa.
Yeah, Brave doesn't get any love.
No love.
You know who is...
That's kind of weird.
You know what's almost consensus on the bottom of most lists I see is Good Dinosaur. And I think that's not fair because I really like Good Dinosaur.
I like that too.
That's a good film.
I would have to
But
get a list.
almost every list
Underrated.
I see, it's
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
top. It's in the bottom 3.
Yeah, I would have to see the list of the movies and then I would have to put my order in.
Yeah, but what's... Okay, never mind the order. What one sticks out in your head is like, this is a good movie.
Well, my first one has to be Toy Story
There you go.
Yeah.
because that started it. My next one has to be Up.
Really, any of the Toy Stories.
Well, I got to go with the first one because that's the one that started the whole thing. I got to go with Up. Up was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that movie. And maybe Toy Story 3 next.
I rate Toy Story all as like one. It's like one big film, you know, all 3 parts.
You can't do that because Cars.
Well, the second Cars was probably the worst Pixar movie ever.
I think Cars 2 was made like...
It was fun, but it was not up their standards.
Speaking of Cars, there was some other real quick news that I forgot to mention. I just actually remembered about it. What's that?
Toon Disney.
Toon Disney has shut down and will no longer be making
Straight-to-video classics.
Straight-to-video classics, yes. So all that
all the extra Planes
that
movies
that
and
Planes
Belle's Magical World,
that
and-
another Planes sequel you were
Yeah.
looking that everybody was looking forward to. It's not going to happen.
Hey, didn't we get a date for the release of Toy Story 4?
Yes, I believe so. I don't know.
I want to say it's
20, 19,
26?
20?
Yeah, I think
20. So yeah, I remembered that real quick because you mentioned cars and it made me think of planes and yeah.
Yeah, automobiles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah. What
Animal
else
deals.
does the former male guy have?
All right, next question is, when will they finally take out California and Disney's California Adventure?
We just talked about that earlier today. Is that their Pixar is a California staple and it fits right in.
For now.
I've been to the gates.
The park, I believe at some point the park will be renamed. Maybe not soon. It will probably be after Marvel. Whatever Marvel does opens. It'll be after that. I don't think the fact that they went out of their way to make sure that Pixar Pier still had a California aesthetic is important. The fact that they still want to keep California part of California Adventure, despite what all the haters may say.
Hate us because they ain't us.
Exactly. I don't want to know about their anus, but okay.
That's not what he said.
That wasn't a Disney movie.
Now, Michael the Mail Guy's tip of the week.
All right, so yeah, Michael's tip of the week. Download the new Disney app game to play at the parks. Disney has added elements at some of the rides to interact in the line and keep you busy. Win achievements in your Disney profile and complete tasks to be on top.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I have. I completely forgot. I have a few things to say about that also.
It's a battery killer indeed, so bring those chargers. Try it and email us your review. Till then, this is Michael, the OG Mail Guy, saying bye.
Bye.
Yeah, make sure you're at least on your second fuel cell by then.
Feel right.
Fuel rods.
Fuel rod by then.
Fuel rod.
I completely forgot. I wanted to talk about that real quick. First of all, the whole thing with playing games and rides, there's 4 rides in the whole entire resort that you can do that with. I think it's really underwhelming. The app so far to me is totally underwhelming because the only attractions that you can do that with is actually technically only 3 attractions. Is Midway Mania, and then over at Disneyland is Peter Pan and Space Mountain. Those are the only 3 rides that you can actually play games while waiting. The 4th game you can play is actually you have to be over by the viewing or the World of Color viewing area, and it's for people waiting on World of Color, basically.
Fail.
So the app that is supposed to keep people busy really only will keep you busy if you're out at 4 different places.
Isn't there general games that you can play in the app?
No.
Or you have to be near an attraction.
No, that is the 4 general games that you can play. I sampled a little bit. I tried the Midway Mania one. Now, obviously, it doesn't do really any good if you don't have to wait in line. I was just kind of standing outside the ride, just
Right. Checking
playing
it
it,
out.
just trying it out. It's definitely something that only really kids would be interested in. They do have a thing where you could put other people's name in, and then so that way everybody's playing on the same phone. And then they have a thing where it's like, pass it to so-and-so, whoever's next, and then you pass it to them, and then they do a few things, and then it's passed it to the next person, and then you pass it to them. But like I said, there's only the 4 places where you actually play games. The rest of them are all like check-ins, where if you go into the ride, if you're at the ride long enough and it thinks that you went on the ride, or somehow or another it knows you went on the ride, that it'll give you a badge for checking in at the ride.
We don't need no sticking badges.
Exactly. Once you've gotten off, and then there's also certain places where you can go and click on it, and it's trivia for certain areas. And then if you do enough trivia, you get badges for playing trivia.
It's disappointing
and
because
then the other thing is there's little music symbols you can click on, and it'll give you samplings of music that may or may not be played in that area. A lot of them are kind of like maybe one song, like in Tomorrowland, or you can go in some places like in DCA where there's like a whole mess of songs listed. But that's the thing that I was talking about last week, where you could connect it to your Apple Music.
Oh,
and
yeah,
sync it up with the Apple Music.
Yeah.
That was the part I was talking about that you could do that. I still don't really understand how that works, but
Well,
to me,
lots of things to connect with Apple Music.
right. To me, so far the failure of that app is the fact that there's only 4 places that have games.
But it's supposed to expand, yeah?
I would assume that would be the plan.
How can you not have something like Haunted Mansion on there?
Well, here's my question. What's the point for Disney of people using the app? Because you got to look at it from that angle. Why do they want people using the app in the park?
Clickbait.
Well, I mean, is it because there's maybe ads that they're gonna
To get your statistics.
Honestly, I have no idea what Disney's end game is with this because
Well, that's what you
got
to ask yourself. Like
anything, because I mean, like I said, my biggest complaint with it is just that only. I mean, I understand the rides that they chose, the places they chose are heavy, rides, but I would have thought that you would have added like Splash Mountain, Matterhorn.
Well, my question is
basically any ride where
point-
you have to stand in line possibly
for a
more
long
than
time,
an hour or something like that. Guardians, anything that you would have had. Racers seems like it
good
should have
one,
been.
yeah.
Seems like it would have been more obvious than World of Color waiting area. But I mean, just to me, the failure.
the World of Color waiting area already existed in the form of a website for people waiting for World of Color. So they probably just uploaded that into the game because it already
With
was
the color
there.
wheel?
Yeah, there was already something that existed.
I don't know. I didn't play it, but so like I said, the app is kind of cool. The app, I thought the app would show you where you are. It doesn't really do that. I don't know. The navigation part of it just doesn't seem like it's really doing anything. It's only really there just to know whether you're actually next to the rides that have games or whether you're actually next to the ride you're going to check into. It doesn't really show you where you are. So, I don't know. So far, I would give the app a solid, probably D-, just because of the fact that it only has...
That was solid D-.
Solid D-.
The reason I asked what their
And the only
end game might
reason
be-
I gave it a D- is because at least it has the 4 games.
And it's good that it's solid because it means you're regular. All right. Thank you for your email, Michael, the OG mail guy.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Adios.
Thank you to James and regular Rachel, Wreck-It Rachel, whoever Rachel you want to be. Let us know.
You can be the Rachel that you want to be.
Exactly.
The real Rachel.
Rusty Rachel.
All right. So our next email is from Dan the Man.
Hey,
you know what?
Dan the mailman.
I forgot what I was going to ask.
Wait, you sent in a email?
No.
Oh.
Did
No,
you
I'm here.
write an email?
Oh, he's just introducing
you.
you.
Introducing me as a live email. But I forgot what I was going to ask. Do you remember what I was talking about when I told you?
You said you had your opinion on something.
I got an unpopular opinion on The Incredibles. I think
that-
it was... Well, I don't want to get into all that. I'll save it for the next...
I
for
think
next week.
the understanding of the short.
Oh, yeah, the understanding
Bow.
of the short. That's what it was. Yeah. How did you not pick up... Now, I hate to be like this. How did you not pick up that was a stereotypical old Asian lady?
Why, they look like kids?
Why are you looking at me?
I just happened to be turned to you.
Oh. I'm like,
But
I'm the one. I was literally the one who tried to explain
Yeah.
it to them last week.
I don't understand. Like, I watched it, and I was like... I saw the character, and then I saw the old man, and I said, oh, that's the old man and his wife.
Yeah,
What a
that's what I
very
thought.
stereotypical looking old Asian lady.
Well, Anthony did not have to explain it to me because before we recorded last week, I actually saw an interview with the director of the short. So that's where I went, oh, and I sent that to, and I posted it and I said, hey, Tim, this is what this is about. So.
Well, it's not that I really explained it to you. I was explaining to you
I
why
did
you
see
didn't
that.
understand. Why
I saw
you
the
didn't,
post where you tagged him in. Yeah.
I was explaining why you didn't understand it. I wasn't explaining the short. I was explaining why you didn't understand it.
I just
Why people didn't understand.
Right
not
from the
necessarily
get go,
you.
I was like, "How do people think that's a guy?"
It looked
it's
like
obviously an
it
old
looked
Asian
like
lady.
a kid to me. It looked like it was the son.
Okay.
That's what it looked like to me. It looked like it was a man and his son.
Now, it did take me a little bit of time to figure out that, like, oh, this all happened to her before. It wasn't really the bow wasn't her son. It was everything that had happened with her son, and she was dreaming of, like, spoilers, by the way.
It's
You
a
haven't seen
whole
that yet.
like
Not a-
nurturing and like thing where you had to have been a parent that fed your own child and stuff like that, or had
Nature
them
versus
or
nurture.
had them get to the point where they don't need you to feed them anymore and things like that.
Right. Yeah, I know. I was just like, and I've heard you weren't the only one. I'm not picking on you necessarily.
I wasn't taking it as being picked on.
There was a lot of people who were like, I don't get this. That wasn't a good. No, that's the very stereotypical old Asian.
I still see people on Twitter tweeting about it, and I see people, like I said last week, I still see people posting threads about not understanding why people didn't, understand it, or things like that, or people explaining what it means to the Asian culture or things like that. And
even the bow was that's good stuff.
And I know there's some senses too where a lot of the things also could apply to like Mexican culture or Mexican Mexican parents or Mexican grandparents.
It had something to do with food. It did because that's very big in the Mexican culture too. Is food. You could have called that tamale, and it was the same thing.
Right, exactly.
That's funny.
Or, if it was white, well, white people are different.
The only other thing I was going to ask is what's
walled off. Otherwise, it could be a waffle.
What's walled off on the far side of downtown Disney? Near ESPN's on. I haven't been down there.
I asked this guy over here to go check that out yesterday, but he didn't.
Well, I wasn't going that way.
I have some information about that, actually.
You do? You have information?
Well, we don't always trust the things that cast members tell us. However, I did speak to a cast member that was clearly a manager, and in addition had a blue name tag. We were, I don't remember what the first question that we asked him was, but we just started talking about the entrances and how it's going to change. And essentially what he said was that what they're waiting for to switch the entrances and whatnot is that they need to create a roundabout for drop-off.
A roundabout.
Similar to what was where security is at downtown Disney.
So they're going to bring the roundabout back?
No, there's going to be a new roundabout behind the movie theater, but currently, at least a few days ago we were there, he says it's all still dirt. So they basically have to create this roundabout.
For what?
For pick up and drop off.
Why?
Because that's what they say they have to have.
For taxis?
For taxis, Ubers.
Why would they need that? They don't have one now.
They do have one now.
Where?
In the area next to where the old one was.
Oh yeah, it's up by. It was.
It's in like the
between. It was
where
between
you lined
and
up
ESPN zone.
Where you line up for.
Security on that side.
No, where you lined up for your diamond pins.
Oh, over there.
That lot is the drop-off pickup area. So you have to pull into the downtown Disney parking, and then you take your second. You don't go left, you don't go right into either lot. You go forward, and there's a drop-off area.
So what does that have to do with anything? That's way over there. That has nothing to do with people walking.
No, but it does. There's no reason for them to close the entrances on the downtown Disney and hotel side until they have another drop-off. So what's going to happen is once that drop-off roundabout thing is created or paved or whatever, they're going to close both the hotel and the downtown Disney side security checkpoints, and they're going to route the people walking as well as the hotel people around the back of the movie theaters, and they're going to enter through security between where Starbucks was and the Lego store.
Yeah, no, they announced that this week, right? That they were going to move security. That was announced this week.
Security there's going to enter between the Lego store and what was Starbucks, and then that's going to be where you enter downtown Disney.
Right by the bathroom.
Yeah, and then it's going to be no man's land.
That's not enough room.
That's not.
The security checkpoint potentially may not be right there. It could be in the back.
I already kind of figured this, but you're not going to be able to walk from the parking structure to downtown Disney anymore.
I think that you can, as long as you walk the extra block down to the hotel and walk through the hotel and then around all the way around.
What?
You will be able to, as long as you
Nobody
walk.
ever did that before.
Well, they had no reason to do it before.
No, you just walk through downtown Disney parking.
Right. But now that'll be, if that's closed, because they're going to turn that into a giant hotel, that whole area.
Right.
Then you'd have to go, you exit the corner of Magic Way and Disneyland Drive, right, from the structure, right? You exit in the corner now, and then you make a right, and you go down Magic Way, and then when you get to the first light, you would make a left or
Normally,
at the
yeah.
crosswalk and go
Normally.
through downtown Disney parking.
Right.
That'll all be closed.
Right.
So you'll have to go one more block down to the next light or next intersection.
Nobody's going to do that.
Which is the entrance to the hotel.
Right.
And then you'll have to walk down through,
Which is where the marathons used to start.
Right. You walk down through the hotel, and then you walk around the theater. I mean, it'd be a longer walk.
Nobody's going to do that.
Well, some people don't want to. They prefer the walk. So if they want to walk, that's the walk, I think. I might be wrong.
I don't think
I could
so.
be
I'm
wrong.
pretty sure people are just going to take the tram.
I've walked with a stroller from the tram parking or tram pickup to the parking lot quite a few times.
I'm not saying that I'm 100% right, but if people wanted to walk, that potentially could be the walk.
Well, I mean, if that's the only way to go, then, I mean...
That's about a half-mile walk.
Well, that's what I
Half
mean. At
mile.
that point, you might as well just... At that point...
just to the hotel.
At
is
that
half a
point,
mile.
it takes away the advantage.
No. From, like, where you'd get picked up from the tram to the actual structure. I've walked that plenty of times with a stroller. I don't know if they've changed it or not. Well, other than that, to wrap up my email, I'll be in the park sometime. I'm playing Greg Fokker to my wife, who had a little bit of surgery. So just kind of playing off how she's doing.
She's okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
That's good.
But if she gets better, you'll catch me in the parks next week. Hopefully the weekend, as hot as it's going to be, hopefully I can get there.
Cool. All right, so if anyone has any comments, question, your own tip of the week, if you want to give your own dirty award to Michael, hey, feel free. All you have to do is email us.
MousePIRE@gmail.com.
Just put the subject line, Dirty Award for Michael.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the MousePIRE Podcast.
That's it?
That's it. We've
See you real soon.
Yeah, it's been like almost 5 hours, so it's time to go.
Half of that was waiting for Tim.
Listen, it was a situation.
I got here before you. That never happened.
That is a rare occurrence.
Oh, you didn't let him finish. He was going to say we were waiting for Tim to shut up.
That happens as well. That is not a rare occurrence.
And speaking of rare occurrence, you can head over to the Pixar Pals Dance Party and go check out Bullseye.
That's right,
That
baby.
is pretty cool.
Do they have a button?
There's no button, Tim.
No
Never
button.
mind.
Not everything has to have a button.
I was kind of hoping I would have gotten a button at that Pixar event, so that way I could have sold it to him.
And
So yeah, check that out if you guys want to go check out all these little kids jumping up and down, getting away, and things like that.
Jump around.
Exactly. And
I bet you they play that song.
maybe I didn't hear it, but they did play "Everybody Dance Now."
Staple.
Yeah, I was getting my groove on. It's pretty cool, but it's pretty cool just to go there once and check it out, and then don't go back again. I don't know. Would your kids go over there and dance?
Well, they dance now, but they might like the music and the characters.
Yeah, the characters.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they'll love to see the characters. But I'll definitely go check that out. Try to get some pictures with those characters.
Yeah. Character stalker.
Other than that, that's about it. I don't know when I'm going to be in the parks again.
we're never going again.
No, we're not going to go there anymore.
We got
Quit.
priced out.
Yeah, my pass is about to expire, so...
Bye.
When does that
bye.
happen?
Season 2 of Tangled is back with the new name.
The new name.
Tangled's, or Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure is the name of the,
I thought it was Rapunzel's Tangled Web.
What are you guys talking about?
No.
the Tangled
The
TV show.
TV
There's
show.
a Tangled TV show?
Yeah, where
Yeah,
have you
cartoon.
been? It's been on...
Hey, he wasn't paying attention. Okay?
Oh,
And that
right.
isn't- and that isn't too
follow
Disney,
such
is it?
things.
He was late that episode.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, he's late every episode that we talk about things.
I literally don't have no memory of talking about a Tangled TV
We have
show.
talked about the Tangled TV show, and I even mentioned a few weeks ago about how the Tangled TV show was coming back with a new name. I had already talked about that, actually.
Why would they change the name of the show?
I don't know, and I did make the joke that when the Tangled TV show was on the first season, that every single time they would come back, the bumper from the commercial would be like, "We now return to Tangled with Rapunzel."
Well, just
As
in
if-
case people don't know.
Just in case people didn't know that Rapunzel is the Tangled TV show is, or that it's that show Tangled that doesn't have Rapunzel. That's back. If you haven't seen that, make sure you guys go watching that because it's pretty good.
Hey,
right on.
Where can we find you?
You can find MousePIRE we're MousePIRE on Facebook, at MousePIRE on the Twitters and the Instagrams for now. Yeah, don't worry about me.
All right. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Danzig77, DANSZIG77. I also do the Extraordinary Culture Podcast. We do talk Disney every once in a while, but mostly beer and
and wrestling.
And wrestling. Yeah, that seems to be what it's been lately. Although I've got some concert information coming up on this next episode. I also, you want the other side of me, you can find the Reach Higher Riverside podcast. It's a education podcast, which apparently does better numbers than all of our podcasts combined.
That's pretty sad.
That's pretty sad. That's pretty cool at the same time, though.
Maybe you should plug this one on that one.
I think I'm going to.
Yeah, if you want to hear a really interesting discussion about a beer that was named after a band, then the band said stupid things, and then the beer company had to distance themselves from the band that they already named a beer after. Listen to his last podcast.
Hey, would you?
We're talking about NoFX.
Would you say to that band you're stupid?
Probably.
Yeah.
Would you say to anyone ever?
They did it right
you're
after
stupid?
the Roseanne thing, which was even
I know,
dumber.
I know.
Where can we find you, Hyphen?
Oh, well, I just want to say that Twitter's dumb. And you can find
And
me.
that's why you didn't go to the Parks Blog
Tim
event.
What's your Snapchat?
Fresh-1.
What's your Snapchat?
I don't do the Snapchamp.
No. Snappies.
I don't. We call it Elizabeth and I call it the Snapchamp.
Oh,
Snapchamps.
you guys are wrong again.
Yeah.
Everybody's wrong.
So I'm Tim Fresh -1 Facebook. That's who I am. That's the end of the story. You should join our Facebook group though, Mouse Lovers 1313. Just make sure to answer all 3 questions. I don't understand what it is with people that join the groups and there are questions to answer. Simple things that you just have to answer yes to or no or like one word answers. And they just answer none, or they answer one. There's 3 things, and they answer
people
one
that
of
don't
them.
have 12 hours in line to wait in line for an exclusive.
I just it baffles me when I do these member approvals in the groups, and
They
it's
were
like,
waiting.
why couldn't they just say yes?
Fresh-1.
That's
All right.
me. Who are you?
I am Diggs.
He
and
has
you can-
buttons or something.
I have buttons and stuff. You can
And
follow.
stickers.
Whoa, we'll get to that right now.
All right.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Baloo1313. Also, follow Buttons by Diggs on Instagram. There you'll see your button order going out. Don't forget, I can make some custom-made buttons for any occasion. One of those. And you can check out dgpclothing.com. That's where you can find your MousePIRE gear for now.
For now, yeah.
Yes, it's going to be, what do you call that? It's going to be...
Delete.
I don't know. It's going to be worth something sometime soon, maybe.
Matt Hardy?
Collectible.
I don't know. But yeah, visit dgpclothing.com. That's D as in Donald, G as in Goofy, P as in Pluto, clothing.com. Also, I got some annual pass holder stickers I just decided to make.
Yeah.
Instead of putting the magnet on your car.
Yeah, stolen.
Yeah,
You can sticker it up.
More than strollers.
You can sticker it up. And I honestly didn't believe how crazy it was going to get. And I actually sold out of all my white stickers. Not to be racist or anything.
Racist.
And yeah, so go check
I got
that
a
out.
black one.
Go check that out, dgpclothing.com. I will be getting more white stickers in soon, so don't worry about that. And yeah, don't forget to go check us out on the Snappies.
Get 3, one in each color.
We have a Snappies?
We have Snappies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Snapchamp.
Yeah, go to Snapchat and you can check us out there, MousePIRE. And also, don't forget to head over to patreon.com. Help support the podcast. That's patreon.com/mouse.
Snappies.
No, we're at Patreon now.
I couldn't help it.
That's patreon.com/mousepire. Also, check us out on
Send us money.
Also, check us out on YouTube. You know what? We've been getting a lot of people actually listening to us on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
good.
all you guys who are on YouTube right now listening to us, we really appreciate it. And Tim the Tech really appreciates you guys listening because he spends his time making up the graphics and he's always sending me something. I'm just like, just do it, Tim. I don't care. Just do it.
Do it.
He's doing a good job over there. And maybe right now he just put a graphic of himself up. Maybe not. I don't know. So thank you.
Yeah, he needs to do that.
We'd like to see what he looks like. I have no idea.
So thank you, Tim the Tech, for that. I think that's it. Snappies, Patreon.
Email, Instagram.
and
We're
out.
going to give you guys last chances to try and win something. Just make some freaking guesses already.
I think that was the end of the show.
this podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com.
You get really angry really easily. I know you wanted to kiss me, but it's not going to happen.
Damn it.
Yeah, I know.
You lick it horsey style.
I don't think so. I mean, you can agree that changing the name of the show is dumb, right?
I totally agree that changing the name of the show is dumb.